World Series.
Enjoy your Laverne and Shirley and Happy Days reruns, jackasses.
That was a back in the day reference right there. That was
I've been in Milwaukee. I've been in that stadium. It's a nice place. The people are very nice. I've heard that the people at the stadium are also the people there were nice to even the Dodger fans throughout the series. So I'm happy that I'm actually, if the Dodgers had lost to them, I would have been like, okay, let's root for Milwaukee. But I'm glad we fucking beat them. But now, before we move on to the World Series talk, can we talk about Manny Machado and Jesus Aguilar, the play at first base? Because I want to get people's opinion who aren't like diehard Dodger fans views of what exactly happened. What happened at that play? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh God, no.
Okay,
I'll pull it up. You can pull it up on the thing.
Manny Machado's running to first base.
Okay.
And Jesus Aguilar has his foot on the base, and when he catches the ball in the glove, he keeps his foot on first base, and Manny's got no choice but to he either overstep him or he basically, in my view, as I'd like to try to think of as I'm a rationalist, even though I am a Dodger fan, I've looked at it as the bully was putting his chest out and saying, I dare you. And when Machado did kick his leg, they got all fucking pissed off and were like, oh my God, I can't believe this is just a dirty player. He didn't pull his leg off the bag. He left it there. You're supposed to immediately take your foot. As soon as you hit the pop of the fucking ball in there, you take your foot immediately off because you don't want to get hurt either. But Jesus Aguilar is built like a friggin' Mack truck. So he doesn't care if some little guy, even though Machado's huge, runs right into him. So, but comrade, you're well aware. You saw the play.
Yep.
You're not a Dodger fan per se.
They're fine.
What was your view of that?
I mean, I can see both sides. Like, I can see that, okay, he should have, from an opposite point of view, Machado should have seen it and maybe just kind of walked away since he got out. He didn't even have to really touch the base in a sense.
I'll tell you that it is major league etiquette to run through the bag every single time, whether you're out.
Wasn't that a deal with him, though, earlier in the series?
It's one of the
No. But he literally had that. But I'm saying is that even if you bunt and you get thrown out by 60 feet, you're supposed to run all the way through the bag.
Yeah, your manager will give you shit
if you don't at least run. I'm not saying run hard. I'm just saying even pitchers are supposed to run all the way to the bag. I just heard this week from Steve Sachs, because Saxy and Tim Cates have been on 570 in the morning replacing Dan Patrick. So that's what. So I heard that this week. So he's going to run through the bag. It wasn't like he had like 3 seconds to change his mind. It was a snap play. So that's where we're going here. But let's talk about more important things. Let's talk about the Dodgers in the World Series. Who's going to Boston with me? Come on, who's going? These guys hand up. Who's going?
If you got my ticket. If
If you can afford it,
if you're paying for me, I'll go.
Yeah, me too.
Well, they're supposed to. I wasn't like saying, "Hey, who wants to go with me? It's on me." You know, what I was saying was, "Who wants to go?" You know, so yeah, so there you go. All right, so talk right there. Here we go.
Right there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can't hear it. Nobody can see. We're still in the same situation where you don't need headphones.
So headphones
are just for making it
YouTube
professional.
I don't know why you're. I don't know.
Oh, we are.
That angle that's right by you.
Yeah,
that
sure.
Camera. Look at the camera.
But I know, but where's the live though?
You just hit it. I'll tell you.
So you know what we should do? We should talk about 3 reasons why the Dodgers will lose.
Whoa, relax. That sounds good. Tim
Because I like that.
Sucker, you want to start off like that?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's fair.
You're a jerk.
Are we? We're not live.
We are live. I'm watching it right now. I'm watching it.
If we're live, Alina's become blind.
It says right there, live now. Top, bottom, to the right.
And
just click the thing again. And now it should pop up.
It just wasn't loaded. Many technical difficulties, guys.
It's technical difficulty Sunday.
It is.
Yeah, that's okay.
Brought to you by Budweiser Copper Lager.
These technical difficulties brought to you by Budweiser. Yeah, Jim. That's the Jim Beam one, right? Yeah,
that's the Jim Beam one. Yeah.
So you fell for the commercials.
I just really wanted to try it because I like the repeal one, and I wanted to try that.
That's the one we're talking, the repeal reserve one. Yeah, that was one. I wanted to try
this. And mostly, I like beer in these old bottles
because it makes you feel like like you're your dad.
I'm a 97-year-old man in a 36-year-old body, so
understood.
Let's just go the full way.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So
did you turn the camera a bit to your right?
So where come that?
Just a bit to your right.
It's okay. It's okay.
Are we live with this?
You're not there yet. See, you have to wait. You have to wait. You'll be there soon.
I know.
So
Everybody
yeah.
gets to go see that dance.
You can't. Poor
That's amazing.
nice little arm.
There you go. Like hairy arm in front of there. There we go.
Yeah.
See, that's perfect.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Turn the camera to the right,
I
please. It's
showed
gonna
up.
bother me.
You did show
Now I'm
up.
part of the show,
Wait, you're always part of the show. You're here every Sunday.
but now I'm seen,
Oh, okay.
and that makes a difference.
I think you've been on camera for semi-weekly.
True,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So yeah.
So 3 reasons the Dodgers lose.
Dick.
I'm gonna shoot you.
One, they're the Dodgers.
We're gonna talk about this. You're gonna defend it because obviously you're a Dodgers fan. You're wearing the jersey. Let's talk about it. Number 1, offense.
Yes. Go ahead.
Offense. The Red Sox knocked off the Astros. Like it was ridiculous. You know what I
go
mean?
ahead.
They did 7 runs in 3 straight games. The Astros didn't allow that all season long. Let's talk about that. So you think the Dodgers are really going to all of a sudden be able to just be better than the Red Sox, who scored more runs than any team in Major League Baseball this season?
We're going to win.
The Red Sox have scored more runs than any team in Major League Baseball.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one stat.
This year.
I'm gonna give you one rebuttal stat before you even finish. Mm-hmm. For the last 10 consecutive years, the team with more rest going into the World Series
Fair enough.
has lost.
Yep.
Fair enoug's
It's because the hotter team, the one's been on the roll, had the momentum, is going in there.
I'll give you that. You guys are facing a team that leads the MLB in every single offensive category. Every single one.
They can score runs. Well, there's no doubt about it.
They can literally do everything offensively better than
Like,
you.
they have the MVP in Mookie Betts.
Right.
And they had JD Martinez, who's just as good.
Right.
I get that. And they had Jackie Bradley, who was out of his mind the last series. Like, what the hell, Jackie?
Yeah, Jackie Bradley.
JB Jesus.
Yeah. So like, to me, that was like, oh shit, But yeah, I think it's going to be probably a 6 or 7 game series.
Oh, it's got to go
It
to
has to
7
be.
because besides the offense, they also have the MLB's best outfield defense. Best. In every single
Do
category.
you think outfield defense has something to do with the ballpark, though?
Maybe.
Because it's such a small outfield
Yeah.
that you're not getting. There's balls that you don't get to because it hits off the wall. Like,
Right,
you don't have to get.
right.
You don't have to get it.
I mean,
You have a bigger
there's,
outfield, and you have to run for a ball, and you have to try to get it. So
there was that little nook in that Houston thing that kind of worried Benintendi, at least. I don't know. I didn't really watch the games that the Dodgers did last year for it in Houston, so I don't know how they dealt with that little nook on the left field.
yeah. All right. What's reason number 2 there?
Oh no, I gave you number 2 defense.
The best defensive outfield.
The best outfield defense in MLB.
But the Dodgers have a really good defense.
I'm not going to say they don't. The Red Sox are better.
But that's like that could be any
statistically
any bounce of a ball.
But
okay, go ahead.
But you have to look at it in
Go ahead.
certain things. Like for instance, Moneyball, right? Mm-hmm. All the statistics in the world doesn't come down to one game. One game anybody can win.
Right.
This is a 7-game series.
Yeah, why do you think the
Moneyball
Rockies won that game against the Cubs?
Exactly. This is a
Moneyball can
7-game
get you to the
series.
playoffs. It just doesn't mean you're going to win.
Also, that pitcher
But
was
in a
godly.
7-game series, statistically in every single category, offensive and outfield defense, the Red Sox are better. And the fact that they've been playing together longer, they have a better team dynamic than the Dodgers.
You're not a huge baseball guy, as we know.
Right.
I will tell you that I will take the Dodgers 1-2 starters versus the Boston's game one and game 2 starters, because of the fact that, okay, for whatever problems that David Price has had the only person that gets more ridiculed about the pitching in the playoffs than Clayton Kershaw is David Price.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
David Price is pitching game 2. Chris Sale always falls apart at some point in a season.
Well, now that he has the belly button problem.
And as we learned before we got on the air today, as we were trying to get this thing to work around here, apparently he missed some time last series because you were saying again.
He got a belly button ring. It got infected, and he had to leave the ALCS to go get it taken care of.
He's a grown man, professional athlete, making a ton of money a year, and that son of a bitch had the moxie to go back to the mid-90s and get himself a belly button ring. Because when's the last man you've seen with a belly button ring?
Rodman.
It would probably be Murr from Impractical Jokers.
It was Rodman.
And because he had to.
Because he had to.
Because he had
Not
to.
because it was.
There's a guy I know on Twitter who got it because Chris Sale. He's such a diehard Red Sox fan that he got the belly button ring because Chris Sale got the belly button
That's
ring.
the gayest thing I've ever heard. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
Just wow.
Yeah. So what's number 3? Why is
That
that
was number 3. Togetherness.
Togetherness?
Togetherness. Teamwork. They've been playing together longer. They have a better cohesive team than the Dodgers do.
It hasn't been kind of even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are pretty cohesive too. They only have one player, Manny Machado, who wasn't there last year.
All I'm doing right now is playing
One player who plays.
I'm playing the
every
dissenting
day.
opinion.
I'm not going down the bench there, Dimitri.
All I'm doing
Good
because
Lord.
I don't
Okay,
know
I guess,
baseball, and
names
to be
are-
fair, I'm from the East Coast, so I'm going to be more partial to the Red Sox regardless.
I'm from the East Coast too. Fuck the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've been here for a while apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
So I'm just playing the dissenting opinion. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, good job.
It has
Good job,
nothing-
Colin Cowherd.
It has nothing to do.
Good job, Colin
Yeah.
Cowherd. Look alike and sound alike now.
It has nothing to do with do I like the Dodgers more than the Red Sox?
Do you wear all your shirts untucked too in your promos?
Hell yeah.
Because I was just like, he's doing promos on Fox Sports, during the games.
He really is. He's like
untucked. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Untucked, really? It's fantastic.
If you like your shirts, make sure you don't tuck
So
them in.
the series starts on Tuesday. The party's at my house because I'll be done with my
But you'll be at the game.
No, Tuesday is in Boston. So
It's 2-3-2. The twos are in
Tuesday and
Boston.
Wednesday here. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles.
And then I guess that would be Tuesday and Wednesday again.
In all honesty, what would be better than partying in LA on a weekend?
Oh, I hope we win it in Game 5, honestly, because that would be nothing better
If
than
we're going by my opinion of LA, literally anything, I would rather slam my dick in a sliding glass door than go to LA for almost any reason.
I hate you.
I'm just saying. No, not because of the Dodgers.
I hate you.
Just because I don't like LA.
But if it's not, it's going to be like the opposite way of traffic. So when you leave, you're going to be fine. So slam your dick somewhere. We don't care. Dodgers going to win.
No,
it doesn't matter when you leave.
He pays
it takes
women.
you 3 hours to get to the
women
Inland Empire.
to slide his dick in glass doors.
I really don't. I don't pay them to do that.
Oh, that's not one of the things.
No. That's why you get married multiple times.
Oh, okay. My bad.
That's,
They physically.
Haven't been there. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So yeah,
you
still
shouldn't be.
Yeah, still on number 1. So we're good there. So Tuesday night went, the party's at my house. Like I said, because I will be off the challenge ends for me tomorrow. I will be eating again, solid foods again. It'll be good.
Tuesday,
You were on a
party's at your
challenge? Were you on a baby food
It's
challenge?
not really a party because it's the way I party.
So you're gonna have asparagus.
So what is it? Just,
There might
just
be
pizza
like
and a
I might
shitload
have
of
2
ribs?
beers and we might order some pizza or like maybe some barbecue, some chicken wings.
I'm in for that.
You could bring some of your own beers and
I'll be in Denver.
Oh, you'll be in Denver.
I'll be in
I'm
Denver.
actually off on Tuesday.
Yeah, there you go. So plan on watching the game.
Bullshit.
Watching the game in the beautiful. I think when I got my TV, it was like state of the art. That was like 9 years ago, but it's still like a 52 to 55 incher solid size TV. It's usually clear.
Fucking upgrade.
I know I should.
Fucking upgrade. That's what Aaron's is for. Go rent one.
I'm not going to be rent. I have thought about that. Because I have thought about
Just for like 2 weeks. Just rent.
I've
a bigger
literally
TV.
thought about going to Aaron's, we're going to rent a center, and just starting to redo my house every 6 months.
Rent to own.
Seriously, right?
I'm just like, hey, I can afford the payments. Why not just get new shit every 6 months?
Every single 6 months.
You know what? Hey, $75 a month for the TV? Whatever. It's all good. I need some new. I need a couch. This one's
Me.
Yeah. Give me a U-shaped one or something. Yeah.
I want to get an Xbox.
I need a sectional, guys. I need a
I need a
sectional.
sectional. I need the ends to have.
And an Xbox One X.
What is that? Is that the new one?
That's the 4K one.
Oh, does that mean I have to have the 4K TV?
It's a 4K TV.
Oh, so I can't have that until I get my new TV. Oh, you have a 4K TV.
You know why? Because for the longest time, I really
tell us, Colin.
I really liked Vizio. Vizio doesn't last more than 9 months. So I would just get the insurance, and then finally, when my last one went out, I was like, "How much is to upgrade to a better brand and a 4K?" And they were like, "Oh, it's $100. I got a 70-inch 4K TV for $100."
I'm sorry, 7-0.
7-0.
Wow.
Yeah. And side note, it's in my master bedroom. I like shit looking life size. Like when I want to see titties, I want it to be the biggest titties I've ever seen.
Like this right here doesn't do it for you.
No,
This
God,
is
no.
this is a D cup on my TV.
I was married to that.
Oh.
I was married to that in real life, and
Oh, I'm sorry.
I needed more.
That's
I needed more.
a B,
Yeah.
maybe.
It was. She was a mid-size B.
Oh, that's
I'll
sweet.
give her a mid-size B.
But she had a great personality, so
No.
oh,
God no.
oh, I'm
No.
sorry.
If I remember deliver it correctly. He's had some words about that before.
She did not have a great personality.
Yeah, no, we've talked about this before.
If she was in action in real life, she would be LA Traffic.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's that.
a mood breaker.
I also learned for the 6th year in a row, LA has the world's worst traffic. 6-time undefeated champions.
Just 6?
for traffic. Yeah, 6
I would
years in a row.
You know, if the Dodgers
20.
lose, we still have that.
I hate you.
You will
As
always
LA
have a championship.
as California.
Okay, so let me ask you this
Can I
question.
punch him in the balls now?
No, let me ask you this question.
No, I said if the Dodgers lose, we're
not
the
gonna
worst
lose.
in traffic.
when Chaotic
and-
Sports was in a different,
would it be the
when
best
was
in
in a
traffic?
different version about 4 months ago, we were talking about the fact that the Dodgers were still high odds on per Vegas,
Right.
and I was going to Vegas, shockingly enough, and I said, hey, it was like 15 to 20 to 1 at some point. So two of us. Oh, I heard a little glimpse there. There may have been a break in action there. It's close. And I have a ticket at home. It says $100 to win $1,500 for the Los Angeles Dodgers if they win the World Series. Do I put $500 on the Red Sox? Just to make sure I get at least 1,000,
It's
at least
not
$500.
the worst idea.
It's not. I mean, it's what you're supposed to do.
You hedge your bets.
So I'm happy when I lose that bet because at least I have 1,000 coming my way on the other side,
Exactly.
or go all in on my Dodgers.
Do it.
I mean, all you're doing at
I hate
that
to
point
say,
is saying,
whenever I bet-
I'm so diehard, I'm willing to lose money.
Whenever I bet against the Dodgers, they win. When the Dodgers lost 16 out of 17 last year in their stretch, when they still won 104 games last year, they lost 16 out of 17. I made one bet for them to lose. Can you name which game that was?
The 17th game.
It was the one game out of the 17. No, it was in San Francisco. It was against. No, I'm talking about 16 out of 17 in the regular season against San Francisco. It was Clayton Kershaw pitching, and I was getting such great odds to bet against them that I thought they're doing so
There's
poorly.
nothing you can do.
Yeah, so I had to take my bet there. I was looking as the Jew. I was looking for value.
Fair enough.
So that's for me. It's like nothing. So yeah, so we are. So yeah, I think. Do I put my 750? I mean, how much do I hedge it? I mean, I
How
don't.
much do you want to win?
Honestly, the money. It's not like okay. If I lose it, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I lost $1,500. I already spent the
I don't know
100.
if I would go that much.
You know what I mean? Like I already. No,
Yeah.
I'm saying is that if I lost my ticket and didn't place a bet on the Red Sox, I'm not gonna be mad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I do want to be smart about it because there was a time when I was in a survivor pool that only had a certain amount of teams left, and I went against the grain on the pick just to try to minimize. It was when Aaron Rodgers got hurt a couple of years ago, and the Packers started coming back and they started rolling over. They won 4 in a row to get into the playoffs. They won the first round, and the second round they played against Atlanta. I said, "Fuck it, let's take the Packers."
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
And it was a bad idea. And everybody said, no, we'd still do it. Because the winners, it was a big balls tournament where it was over 300,000 involved.
Oh,
but
shit.
each team only got $8,000 at the end of it, even after people took chances because there were so many teams left because the Patriots were swamping everybody that year too. So we did what we didn't do is we went for the Packers, but we forgot to bet the Falcons. We should have bet $2,000, $4,000 on the Falcons in that game just to hedge our bets if we lost there.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So
I mean, you can't even be too mad at that because Aaron Rodgers, what was it, won 6, 7 games in a row. They're the hotter team. Atlanta beat. I can't even remember
Atlanta
who.
just never seemed like they were for real.
Who'd they even beat to get to that?
But they were
champion?
because last year was Matt Ryan's MVP season.
Well, that was a year.
He had the highest touchdown percentage. I
Ever?
think almost ever. It was 7.4%. It was really fucking high.
Completions percentage.
No, touchdown percentage
What do you mean?
through the game because you have to think about it. Touchdowns versus attempts and completions. It's a really low percentage.
Right.
So it's he had a 7.4%, which is retarded.
7.4. I think
They
it's
beat Seattle.
74. I'm like,
No,
I was
7.4.
I'm like, holy shit.
No, 7.4, which is insanely high. Most guys are in the 5s.
Okay.
And 7.4 is you're going to be the NFL MVP.
You're the MVP,
Yeah.
MVP.
You're the MVP. That's pretty
And
much
then the curse continued of if you're MVP in the NFL, you're going to lose the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Every single time.
Yep. At least 3 straight years.
Or alternately, if you end up on the cover of Madden, you're going to suck the next year.
Somebody broke it.
Tom Brady
somebody
sorta
just
did.
broke- somebody just
Tom
broke
Brady
that.
sort of did. He hasn't been terrible. I mean, he did lose the Super Bowl. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
There's somebody commenting on our YouTube page there. That's
Why?
the Genghis
Why?
Connor. My two favorite teams playing in the World Series, but I'll be pissed if the Dodgers lose. And
Me too.
My two favorite teams would all be pissed at that. So they're not your two favorite teams.
Well,
One of them is much more
I
of
will
a
speak
favorite.
for Genghis Connor. I know him. I'm not at all, and I will speak for him. Growing up as a Dodger fan,
Right.
as an anti-Yankees fan, your favorite
like the
American
Red
League
Sox.
team was the Red Sox.
Right.
My favorite American League team was always the Red Sox until they won 2 World Series, and they were like starting to get that New England cockiness.
Once like the curse was broken, you're like, all right, hold on, enough.
It's sort of like Big Papi last night. Like,
Right.
what the fuck is he doing? Fucking having a job in media. That guy cannot. He
And then you had
cannot
Alex
say.
Rodriguez, but his accent's getting better.
He's like,
For the
I
longest
don't even
time,
know
it
Alex.
was
do you like baseball?
Yeah,
When you watch baseball, I like mofongo.
I think Pedro
like,
Martinez.
My name is Big Puppy.
Yeah,
I like
know.
to hit home runs.
Hey, the best thing about last night was Big Papi just washing Yasiel Puig's balls. Oh my god, he couldn't you couldn't stop it. He was like, oh my
neither
god,
one of
my
them-
yeah, Puig.
because neither one of them can actually
I
speak
tell you, 1
English.
year he's gonna go 6 months. No problem. He's gonna do really good. He's a great player, great defense, great offense, great.
He gonna
hitter.
get one big contract, man.
And-
He gonna buy a Bentley. He gonna have some mofongo.
Wait, hold on. His house gonna get broken into again?
Yeah, he's gonna have a nicer house with more stuff so people can take more of his shit. You know,
That's how
it's
it's gonna
perfect.
It looks like
I love
was it Puig?
Between him and Pedro Martinez, I get how they're legendary figures in
But
the
they
sports
should
of
not
baseball.
be-
They shouldn't. I'm sorry.
What was it?
And I'm okay with somebody having an accent. I have no problem with an
You
accent.
got Ortiz, Rodriguez.
I think Rodriguez is great.
Well, his accent's getting better now that
I don't think Rodriguez has ever had an
he
accent.
did, but then it was Big Papi
Rodriguez
and them.
was raised in the United States of America. He never had an accent. I'm telling you, I think you're nuts on that one.
well,
I mean, not
we
just
all
not
know
just
I am nuts.
We're not just
but
nuts
what the
on,
fuck?
on that one. That's why I said on that one specifically. Yes. So
Oh.
yeah.
So I was going to tell you guys,
Okay,
speaking
go
of
ahead.
Red Sox and Boston. So you know how I do a fun fact on my Facebook all the time?
You do fun facts, and some of
So
them I
Babe Ruth
enjoy.
coached first base for the Dodgers in 1938, 3 years after he played in his last major league game as a member of the Boston Braves.
I did know that he was a coach for the Dodgers at one point. I did know.
Well,
that.
nobody else knew, so I freaking threw it out
Well, no,
there.
I'd heard that at one point. You know, there was somebody recently who had in recent years. It said that Babe Ruth there was somebody who had a Babe Ruth Dodgers jersey. So I've
That's
seen
why they have Babe Ruth bobblehead nights.
for the Dodgers.
They do.
You've seen a Babe Ruth bobblehead?
Yes, they
never
actually had a
seen that.
night, a Babe Ruth bobblehead night.
Interesting. I'm so over bobbleheads. It's ridiculous.
I don't.
You know how many bobbleheads?
I think I have a
in the
Piazza
last
one.
5 games. You know how many bobbleheads they gave away?
0? Oh wait, probably like four or
There were
5.
4 different bobbleheads they gave away in the last 5 games. Like that's too many bobbleheads.
All I got was a towel.
When there were 6 games a year, 6 bobbleheads a year, the bobblehead meant something. They literally schedule 10 and then fill in with a few more throughout the year. Oh, Manny Machado got traded here. Oh yeah, we gotta get one for him.
Put a little bit there.
And then
At least retiring?
shit.
Yep.
Yeah, then we realized, oh shit, it's been 30 years since Earl Hershiser's record streak.
Oh,
We gotta
Chase
get
Utley leaving?
last game of the
Okay,
year.
another bobblehead.
Yep. And it's sort of like I'm like, oh, wouldn't that be great if Chase Utley made the World Series roster? I think you take Dozier off and put Utley on in the World Series. It's not a bad idea.
Let him finish off with a bang.
You know what? He has smart at bats. Dozier did too. Dozier actually did okay last game. I take it back. You know, either way, I'd be happy with that. But yeah, that's one thing we could talk about. We talk about what the fuck. You know, what are the things that we're excited to see in the World Series?
I mean, I know I've been seeing stuff that Cora and Roberts were both Dodgers at one point.
Oh, yeah.
That's super cool to see.
Both Dodgers
Even
and
Roberts
both
was
Dodgers
even a
and
Red
Red
Sox.
Sox.
Yeah,
So yes,
it's pretty cool to see.
I was thinking. I forgot what I was going to say.
you have a brain.
forgot.
She brain fart.
Basketball
You
news:
want us to
Thunder
hold-
are the
you want us
worst
to
team in
hold
the
on?
league now.
No, I actually
'cause I-
did make sound bites, but our headphones aren't working, so you can't hear. And I actually edited them, but we can't hear it.
Well, it's okay. I mean, they could still
You know,
like.
Bellinger. You know, I did that one.
Oh, belly bomb.
Wait.
Yeah,
Puig, did you notice that Puig did like the DX suck it right when he rounded first? He's like, "I'm Puig, suck it, run."
interesting.
You didn't see that?
I wasn't aware that was the DX suck
The
it.
DX suck it.
It was the
Yeah.
the Generation X of the.
I'm sorry.
Which they're
You
coming
speak to me in a non-Inland Empire language, and I can understand you.
Okay, mofo. Listen,
Oh,
while you were
you
enjoying,
try to bring up goddamn wrestling on this show? I'll knock you. No.
you and I are gonna go words.
we're
At least
If
I
you
was,
smell. No.
Yeah. Can you smell what the Jew is cooking?
the Mexican Jew is telling you to f off right
Yeah.
now.
Jews, glorious Jews. How do you feel being outnumbered here, guys?
Yeah.
What?
There's 3 Jews in this office today.
There's 3 Jews in this office?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm American Indian. I'm fucking oppressed by all of
Wait,
it. It's fine.
wait a
Yeah,
second.
how do you
hold
like
on. Where's
Thanksgiving?
your
You
casino?
scalp us at the casinos.
Wait,
Have
do you
fun
get a
with
casino?
that.
Do you get a check? I mean,
Yeah.
No. I don't get a check from the Cherokee Nation. I
What?
get free medical.
are you seriously?
Yeah, I get free medical. I get free medical for my company, free medical for being Indian, and then for some reason, when I was unemployed 6 years ago, Obama gave me free IEHP, and I cannot get rid of it no matter what I do.
What the fuck's IEHP?
It's like your
They
free
send me
Medi-Cal
texts.
or
I
whatever it
didn't
is.
even get it.
You know what I mean? Like I'd gotten laid off, and like it was right when Obamacare rolled out, so I signed up. And I never finished it. I never finished the application. They just sent me a card and said everything's free for you forever, and I can't get rid of it.
But you don't need it. But
No, because I have.
But I'm paying for it.
I have full.
I'm paying
coverage
for your
3 times over.
IEHPD and
HIV.
Yeah, but I don't use it.
Hepatitis
So
C.
you're not paying for anything.
it still has a cost.
I just have a card.
Actually, the fact that you're in it and you don't use it is actually bringing down the cost for everybody else.
See, there you
Thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks
They
for
send me texts. I didn't even sign up for it.
Because side note, I am so covered. I'm 3 times covered.
Really?
3 times.
Where's
yeah,
that
good
based
right
If
on?
I had a
then.
broken leg, it's gonna be fucking amazing.
Hold on.
Like,
Let's do it. Should we do it?
No.
oh, dude, I'll get a brand new bionic leg at this point. I'll be the fucking Terminator by the end of it.
We should try. And we should make things
Stand up.
happen.
I can do it.
That random comment brought to you by Budweiser Copper Lager infused with Jim Beam.
No. It's brewed in Jim Beam's barrels. If you watch the commercials,
It's
right?
aged on real Jim Beam barrel staves.
The only good thing about Jim
What's a
Beam is the commercial with Mila
slats.
Kunis, and I'm just saying, and
It's the
I'm
slats from the
straight, but
barrel.
that's
so
a
just
hot
it's
commercial.
not even in a barrel. It's just they just use the wood.
They basically just run the.
They
run
throw
it
the wood in the
through
bottom
there.
of the bottom
yeah,
of their
they're
giant.
brewing the beer
giant
with it in there.
the
Yeah, exactly.
Oh Jesus!
If you're gonna make an ad, at least look at the camera.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
That
Come
camera's right
on.
there. Look at
This one right here.
Next
Budweiser
opportunity.
Copper Lager is a
Look at-
flavorful
right there.
American copper lager brewed with 2-row barley and aged on
You have to
real
have the
Jim Beam
bottle
burn
around so
air
you can
burned
Dear
barrel staves
Anheuser-Busch, please sponsor us.
for a toasted oak aroma.
So,
$18 for a beer at Dodger Stadium, huh?
$6.99 a 6-pack. Thank you,
I know. Where-
Budweiser.
Let me guess where you got it.
Total Wine.
Thank you.
well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Wait, her Total Wine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I live like 2 minutes from it.
Wow. So you have to go see her sometime?
I haven't seen him in forever.
Wow. That's,
I try not to go in there because this chick that I used to date works there too.
Wait, which one?
whoa,
Candace.
Shut up!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She's weird.
Oh my god! Gothy Spice? You dated Gothy?
I did it like
You don't even
like
meet the height requirement
for, like,
him.
3
You're not
weeks.
even a Korean boy. What
like
the
3
hell?
weeks. I don't know. I just really wanted to stick it in her ass. I never got around to it.
He's slight, so he
Yeah.
could be this, it's that slight Korean
Oh,
thing.
this is gonna be amazing.
Please don't tell her that. Please don't tell her you know me because I don't want to deal with that ever again.
Yeah, because he'll get a text.
I did blow her off. I did blow her off.
You ghosted her?
Well, thank God she's not listening to this.
Actually, every time I go in there and she sees me, she turns around and runs.
Good.
Yeah.
That's the way she does with me.
She's a little weird.
Yeah.
Kings defeat Thunder 131 to 120. Okay.
Thunder,
That
the
is
worst team in the league.
amazing.
KC is 0-3.
Worst team in the league.
Cool. How's
I
the
have
voting going?
look.
Let's see.
I'm probably not going to see her till Wednesday, but she wants to be something of like Tucky
gotta-
to me.
I gotta love
Oh,
it.
this is going to be
Just,
amazing.
please, God, don't say anything.
Oh, she wants to give me my choices about men I date. Oh, this is
Don't
going to be
say
amazing.
anything.
Oh, I'm not.
Don't say anything. There we go. Anyways.
Too late. You fucked up.
Anyways,
Guess who you're getting a text from this week?
Oh, she won't text.
I'm moving.
Where are you moving to?
I don't know. I'm moving
Hey.
to the left.
To the left. To the
To
left.
the left.
Yeah, she's vegan now.
I really don't care.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. We're losing the show.
We're losing way
That's not
too much track.
sports.
On an update, it's
just
still
made my
it's still
day.
it's 14-7 Kansas City now.
Oh, they gave up points.
Oh, Red
They
Rocket
did.
actually can do something. Wow.
They did.
You know what? Cincinnati's not as bad as we all thought they would be.
threw a touchdown.
To AJ,
No, CJ Uzama.
TJ, who's your daddy? Is he still
No,
playing?
CJ Uzama. Not TJ
No,
Hushmanzada.
no, you're lying now.
Not TJ Hushmanzada. It's CJ Uzama.
I think you're lying now.
I'm really not.
So you saw me drive in today. I might need some help. Can you follow me on the way home? Because I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough battery.
Do you have enough range for that?
I don't know. We're
Do
right.
you live
we're right.
the Inland Empire?
I do not live in the Inland Empire.
Where
That's
do you
what-
live?
I live in Whittier, California.
How the fuck are you gonna get back to Whittier with that thing? It's got like 7 feet of range.
It technically had 56 miles of range, and I did use the internet on the phone. I asked
Terrible decision.
I asked Siri, I said, Surrey, yeah, how long of a drive is it to 50, our address?
Yeah.
And it said 25 miles. So I thought, 25, it's 50. I only have 56.
That's
so
6
good.
miles left. Yeah, but
Right?
see, now that it's sitting,
So-
the battery's discharging while it's sitting.
No. That's pretty good about that. But it took 29 miles of usage to get over here. And I left the air
That's
conditioning.
58.
I left the air conditioning off.
You're going to have to stop somewhere and get a quick charge.
Yeah. Usually it's like a hospital or
What kind of car do you have?
He's driving. He decided to bring his fucking smart car E-Series to like
well,
this thing.
I like how you made an E series. I like that. That's
Well,
not too bad.
it is
You have a
Mercedes-Benz
smart car,
owned.
like the little one?
Yeah.
It is Mercedes-Benz owned.
I gotta see this.
Well,
Like,
it's just
Oh.
Comrade and I.
20-7.
There you go.
Say,
There you
we
go. Offense. Offense. Offense.
Hey, Patrick Mahomes, 3 touchdowns so far.
Patrick. Hey, Mahomes. And I'm sorry.
Mahomes.
We've talked about this before.
You a motherfucker.
He is the whitest black guy on the planet. Son of a bitch.
Nope.
He's so white.
He's so white. Let's keep going.
No, I'm serious. Like
Who's
he
whiter
is
than that?
for somebody who's 100% half black.
Yeah.
He is pale mofo.
Who's whiter than? Oh, can I? Let's be honest here. Outside of the last 2 years in the league, Colin Kaepernick was the whitest motherfucker on the face of the planet, and then all of a sudden,
I agree
overnight,
with you on
he
that
went
one.
from
The
the
afro.
whitest dude ever to I'm a Black Panther.
I agree with you.
Because you know why that. You know why that is, though, right? He was adopted by 2 white parents.
Yes.
So he is a mixed race, adopted by 2 white
But he
parents.
also-
was raised,
he also
and then
looks
started to
Puerto
grow,
Rican.
And then started growing out his afro. Yes, he does. But he looks like your typical. You know who else is another one? Slash.
Yeah.
Slash.
looks
Right.
whiter than anything else. He's
Slash
like
looks very
75% white.
So he's
No?
not white.
I know he's not.
His dad is
I know.
Roxy frickin'
I know he's half and half,
Yeah.
but he looks like
No,
he's
that's
mostly
Lenny
white.
Kravitz, not Slash.
No,
So-
Slash is.
No,
Yeah.
but you were gonna say Roxy from the
Yeah.
from,
Yes, I was.
yeah.
I was getting my rock star, my
from
half
fucking
Jewish, half black
Jeffersons.
rock stars
No,
confused.
that was
Wow,
But
that
yes.
was Kravitz.
We've gotten way the fuck off the rails.
No, that's okay though. It's still entertaining. So who is Slash's parents? Slash's parents are mixed. His
One's black, one's white, yeah.
I think the mom's black. The dad's
Never
white.
would've guessed that.
And the dad was is a music producer or something like somebody. They're both. Oh no, the mom was a model. The mom is a black model. And the
Oh,
dad
that's
was
right,
dad's
that's
a
I'm
music producer.
googling this.
Yeah, I actually read his book years ago. So
Oh, that was-
yeah,
What?
What?
What was that?
there you go.
Maybe you're still on Tiny Chat?
No,
I have
I'm
no
not.
idea.
There you go. God damn it.
I'm not. What
All
the
right, so we
hell?
talked about baseball, guys.
Yeah. So
We did
now,
that.
Now what time is it?
That's done.
Hold on. What time is it?
I don't know.
45.
What time is it? Hold on.
It's 40,
Is it-
45.
Is it time to start talking about maybe Los Angeles Lakers?
Did you want to talk about the
Want
Lakers?
those
I don't know.
punches?
I don't
Okay,
know.
we're gonna talk about the Lakers.
Hold
He's
on, B. Hold on, B.
removing-
You'll appreciate this, B. Here you go. It's time
Hold
to
on,
talk
I'm
about the
watching
Lakers.
delay. I want to watch the delay.
It's time to talk about the Lakers.
Oh God, please don't strip.
If I strip for you, would you strip
No.
for me? We'll do it like they did down in history.
There you go.
Here we go. It's LeBron James, the King. That's right.
You're a poser.
It's time. That's
You're
right.
a poser just for buying a
That's
LeBron
right.
jersey.
Hell
Watching it
yeah.
on delay. I get to watch it a second
Oh,
time.
fuck! I get
God.
to watch myself now. This is.
Oh God,
I'm
no.
gonna tape that. Hold
Slow
on.
motion.
Ooh, yeah, hold on. Let me
Wow.
get a view of
Look at
that.
that.
That's hot right there.
Slow motion.
Woo! Hell yeah, hell yeah. And that is fantastic. It is time to start talking about Los Lakers. Okay, are we talking about the games first, or are we talking about the fight? What do we do?
Talk about the fight.
The fight was
Might as well.
fantastic. I mean,
It wasn't Ron Artest fight.
hold on. No.
Nothing
That's,
is.
that's above and beyond. Okay, for a sports fight, I'm sorry, a non-hockey sports fight.
Non-hockey.
That was a good fight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there were punches thrown. There were spit flying.
I'm actually gonna.
was a-
I'm even gonna bring it up.
We should. Can we watch it at the same time?
gonna watch it.
Yeah, let's just watch it. It's fine. It's right now. Let's do.
have
Let's
it.
do this.
I'm gonna
But
watch it on my
we wanna
new
watch it right here.
on my new Apple iPhone
Let's
XS
do.
Mask.
Let's do. Because to me, Chris Paul was getting in the. Hey, Chris Paul versus Rondo right there.
Okay,
Look at
watch
that.
this. Ready? Watch this.
There you go. Why? I can't watch it on your computer when everyone can see this one. So
This
I
is
have
true.
the audio.
guess what? So will this one. So here we're
That's
gonna we're
amazing.
gonna watch this with Scotty Van Pelt.
Oh.
Maybe no on over here.
There went punches.
Yo, I can't see that.
Okay, here we go. Here's the play. Oh, let's see. Harden went into
Consolation
Ingram.
MVP, James Harden.
Hey, are the shorts getting shorter again? Please say
What
yes.
the? F-
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay, so first starts off.
Yeah, I
between
blanked a
Ingram-
Kardashian. You did too.
It started off between Ingram and
There's Rondo and Chris
Harden.
talking.
What's up with those socks?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Lonzo. Go tell him you can
Let's
join
see.
the big baller.
Man, he got tattoos.
Well, yeah, pushing up to the side like that.
Yay, run! Punch,
Well, Ingram
punch,
wanted to get his
punch.
punch in. That's what it was.
Hold on, is there a white guy involved?
Well,
Nope.
Lonzo?
Lonzo,
Lonzo's
maybe.
pretty close to it.
Yeah, Lonzo's pretty pale for a half black, half white guy.
There you go. There's another one.
Yeah.
There's another one. Lonzo's fairly white.
Lonzo is.
Yeah.
He's the one person that's.
Or there's an albino black guy on the TCU team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's full on black. He's just albino.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
redhead albino.
Oh man, you can't do that. That's you can't be putting your arm around the other team.
Is it?
Hey,
That's
they
his
were
best friend.
losing to
Side
Miami.
note,
Okay,
You
yeah.
leave it alone.
So Harden
Side note,
does a hard
No, they
foul right in Ingram. Ingram gets
okay.
frustrated. Okay, fine. You get your technical.
All right, you
All
wore your
right, I
socks
get
way
that.
too high.
That's all
Okay.
good. That's all good right there. Up until that point, that's
There we
fine.
go. Bring it
Now,
back.
what happens between these two right here? What happens? And why does Chris Paul puts his finger in Rondo's face? Chris Paul should be getting more games than Rondo.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
If you're gonna be put,
Whitest black guy.
Oh my god.
let's see.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's fantastic. Isn't
That
it?
is
That
amazing.
guy makes Norwegians look fucking black.
I'm sorry. You
Jesus.
you can't.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
in the
oh,
face.
Let's go back to that one
In the-
because we heard there
As
might
Rob Riggle famously
there
said,
may have been a spot
in
a
the
possible
face.
spit.
You got a booger. Hold on. You got a booger. Up there. You go. You got a booger. I'm
Oh,
gonna punch you in the face
he
now.
caught Chris Paul right
I
in
love
the
how
fucking jaw.
Multi-millionaires are hitting multi-millionaires.
What are you gonna do?
That's fantastic.
It's glorious.
Side note, I just gotta say this: he looks fucking weird in a Lakers jersey. It doesn't look right.
It takes a little while to get
James.
going.
the
Honestly,
weirdest
yeah,
one.
I agree.
The weirdest
The new
one is Tony
jerseys?
Parker in a Charlotte jersey.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest one out of all of them. Maybe Hakeem and a Rocket and Raptors. Yeah, that's weird as hell.
I'm sorry.
Michael Wizard.
No, but he's better at this point than Michael was when he was a Wizard.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Who was?
God,
So
yeah.
There went the push.
Kobe was better than
Michael
him.
came out of retirement for like a 78th time to fucking play for the Wizards.
They
I'm
changed
gonna
the
sell my part.
they changed the color of the jerseys into brighter yellow.
It is
it's
a brighter
not quite
yellow.
as gold as it was. So it's like it does look weird.
It doesn't look right.
So I don't know if it's necessarily him in the jersey or just the jersey themselves.
And is it me or the
I
shorts
like
getting
the old.
shorter
I like
again?
the old white
Oh,
ref. He sat
see.
there. He starts seeing punches thrown. and He goes, "Oh God!"
See, he hit number 17, and number 17 is like, what the hell just happened?
LeBron's like, I got you. Remember when we were on the
Yeah,
Heat?
yeah.
I love you.
He was not
oh,
on
look
the
at
Heat.
there's Magic.
Look
I
at
can't
Magic.
touch
He's
anybody.
like, hey,
And
hey
Magic
guys,
should-
hey guys,
and
calm
I'm
down.
sorry, I'm a little
calm down.
pissed
I
off.
cured AIDS. Calm down.
I'm a little pissed off. He did cure AIDS.
He did cure AIDS.
We
All
talked
you
about
have
that.
to do is have $1 billion.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
He absolutely cured AIDS. Okay, now the thing is I'm pissed off at Magic. You may be the president of basketball operations for the Lakers, but you're a freaking owner of the Dodgers. Be with the
I
goddamn
thought you were
Dodgers.
supposed to.
He doesn't have to worry about the Dodgers.
Because you
They're
know
winning.
why?
They're winning.
No,
They'd
no.
won by that.
Well, we do know, right? Billie Jean King is now part of the
Yes.
Dodgers, so
Oh, you want to see the picture of that game?
I really don't.
I really don't want
Oh,
to see like
yeah, you
the
do.
chicks and tennis players, all female tennis
I'll show it
players
to you.
having a good
I'll show it
time.
to you anyway because
You know what I love though?
can.
I love though. King James comes to the Lakers 0-2. That's
When is their first win going to come? Let's.
Well,
check
no,
the
10
roster.
of their first 15 are versus playoff teams from last year.
I mean, were the Blazers really a playoff team though?
75% of the league.
Well, yeah, but
Because that's the problem with
their first two
basketball is fucking everyone
okay,
makes the playoffs.
Their first two, this Portland on the road and Houston at home is a really tough get. I mean, those are
Okay,
two
you'll beat
tough
the Suns.
games. Honestly, if you would have asked me as a Laker fan, what's the best case scenario, I would have said 1-1.
I was
You
going
a
to say,
Laker
look at
fan
all
too?
those
Yeah.
lesbians, and I see
Oh, yeah.
Sandy Koufax, so never mind.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
That was
so
that was one of the
Spurs
games
maybe.
last
I
week.
don't know. Suns you should
They
beat.
got two versus the Spurs, and the Suns are a lot better. So it's like it's not. We talked about this last time we were here. It's going to take some time for them to get cohesive.
So Ingram got the worst penalty. I just want to see that.
Yeah, Ingram should have gotten the worst penalty. I get that. You pushed hard, and you came back and threw basically a blind
OKC
punch.
loses, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I get that. So yeah, but I mean, the buzz in this town. I mean, shit, people were fucking going at that Laker games all day long. They were partying it up at fucking LA Live. It was a buzz again in Los Angeles.
I'm excited to see two matchups between a Boston and LA team in the finals.
That'd be
I'm
great.
excited for that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Who's the-
See
which one's this?
but I want to see another Celtics Lakers final.
No. I'm not even talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it back to football.
Okay.
Because Rams are probably going to go to the Super Bowl,
For sure.
and Tom Brady's going to be in
Actually,
there.
I don't know. I gotta. I'm a Saints fan. I really think they have a shot.
You're gonna meet them in the NFC Championship for sure.
We'll find out in 2 weeks how good the Rams are when they play. Where do they play? In New Orleans, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll find out in a couple weeks. Yeah. Yeah.
It could
Next
potentially it could be
that could decide if it's in the Coliseum or if that's in Superdome.
The Rams aren't losing more than 2 games.
I would personally, for my own family, I would really love to see Chiefs Saints Super Bowl.
Well, okay, let's do it for your family.
Chiefs aren't going to get there.
Then me and my dad can sit there and just flip each other off the whole fucking time.
That would be great. That'd be awesome.
I would love it.
Oh, I want to see this replay of just 2 middle fingers coming up out of nowhere.
It's coming.
I can do it right there. Ready?
Hold on.
Bam.
It's disgusting.
It's on a big delay.
I know.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
I got long middle fingers.
You do,
I really do.
Honestly, it
They're
didn't look that
crazy.
long on there, but the camera adds at least 6 centimeters.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 inches.
Yeah, so sorry, ladies, if you're watching.
Well,
No,
now they think he's hung like a heavy.
I don't even
like
wanna
at
know.
least
He
like
already
at least
ruined everything,
a mid area Chinese guy.
Oh, that's cool.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, what do you have? You have 3.5 inches of fucking Iron Fury. That's what you got.
Hey, but it's about 1.5 inches around too, so it's all
That's
good.
all that matters. As long as it looks like a third of a Guinness can, I'm fine with it.
Is this really where we went?
Somehow we got there.
No, we
We
always go there.
figured a way
No.
to get there.
Yeah, we talk about our penises every week. I can't say the word dick. Oh shit! Fuck! God,
You did it.
God,
You
damn
did it.
Hold on,
You
let
son
me-
of a bitch.
Penis.
Mine just told me that I don't have to for all of you to suck because Dodgers are going to win because you're wearing Boston. You're just a moron. You're good because we're going to win.
Oh, see, as long as you're rooting for the right team, fuck you guys. Hey, how do my fingers look? How do my fingers look? Do they look good? Do they look good?
They're
Do they look
shorter.
good? No, that's fucking weird. Like
I have a long-ass middle finger.
but I have big hands.
So do I. Mine are almost the same size as yours. My thumb is longer though.
Tiny hands.
My thumb is
Yeah,
longer.
I have.
Mine's elongated from bowling.
Wow, that's what happened when you get divorced.
Yeah.
huh?
Seriously?
You
Like
go,
From bowling.
You go
From
fucking
16
bowling.
years of bowling and the thumb being in the ball, yanking it.
The human body
That's
is,
the only thing
is
I
an
got.
amazing
It's
thing.
really weird. Like it's actually, if you look at my 2 hands, like my left thumb
shit.
is way,
Yeah.
way longer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's really weird, man.
You're a freak.
I can hit spots, man. I can hit
Well-
weird
There's
spots.
things I don't even want to know.
Wait, you can do.
I can do things.
You can do things.
I can do things.
You can hope
Things
you can
can
get a
happen.
6-pack.
Things can happen. Oh, dude, yeah, I can, like a bowling ball, just right on in there.
Wow.
So Lakers time. So what else are we talking about today?
Oh, let's go.
Oh, we had.
Lakers
I think
done
the
now.
better team in the better basketball team as of right now in Los Angeles.
Whoa!
Hold on.
Whoa!
Hold on.
Who has a win? Who has a win?
Who'd they beat?
They beat the Thunder.
Who are 0-3? Who just lost to the Kings? Mm-hmm. So with
Win's a win.
When the Lake, you're saying that they're better.
Gabby's
They're better
coming
as
in.
of
Win's
right
a win.
now. Stop kissing his ass. He doesn't. But God damn it, he doesn't.
So
he doesn't
the
drive
Clippers
you
have
here.
a win. The Clippers have a win.
This is,
kissing my ass.
you know what? This is
You're
all
in the lead
You know what?
by 3.
So
I
wait,
had to
hold on.
hear.
The Clippers are what?
1 and 1.
2,
1 and 1.
1 and 1, which is way better than the Lakers.
And they're beating the Rockets.
It is better than the Lakers.
It is way better.
And who is their first game against? That they lost to.
It was the Nuggets.
Hey, who did they
That's
lose
a
to on
good
opening
team.
night?
Nuggets.
Nuggets. They
That's a
lost to
good
the
team.
Nuggets. They beat the they beat OKC.
And by the way, Jokic probably had the greatest night in
the
basketball history.
Nuggets are just as good as Portland, and it's okay. We lost to Portland in Portland, and we lost to a
Nuggets
better
are better
team
than
us.
Portland.
We lost to a better.
Did you not hear about Jokic's night
Hold on.
yesterday?
Bernard
No, I could care less.
Hasselhoff. There you go.
Triple
Cheers.
double, 100% from the field. You will not see that because the last person did it was Will.
Oh, hold on.
That's fantastic.
I'm doing things wrong.
There you go. Cheers. L'chaim, mother
I'm
effers.
waiting until I see it. I'm just going to hold it here until I see it in the lag.
Wow, it's awesome. I hope if you're listening, you're having fun. I hope if you're besides Genghis
There it
Khan,
is.
Genghis Khan. If you want to chat
Connor.
it, I get it. Is that our boy Connor?
Yes, Connor.
Oh, what's up, Connor? Wait, he just said my 2 of my favorite teams, and he's not even a sports guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you piece of shit, Connor. So
me down here.
if you want, if you 5 people watching, go ahead and say something to us.
Please,
I'd be
God,
happy.
say anything.
You know what?
at all.
I bet you some of my people from Tiny Chat are watching it, so suck it, little Scott.
What the fuck?
Wow.
What did I do?
How did that turn on you? I have no
I don't-
idea.
He was making
I don't know.
We were all making fun of you because you were doing it like
I
some
said
sort of
nothing,
like
actually.
a random chat, and somebody called me.
came
a
in,
fag-
yeah.
Somebody called me a faggot.
And I had
bald
your
dog.
back, and
No,
I
a
said,
bald
fuck you
faggot.
guys.
Bald
Somebody
faggot.
called me a bald faggot, and I walked in and I
No.
thought that was really rude because they
You're
don't know
not.
which way I go.
Side note, here on Chaotic Radio,
Yeah.
we don't condone the use of faggot as a derogatory
Okay.
term.
Okay.
We think it's a term of endearment.
We will,
No.
however, use it correctly in the term of a cigarette.
Here we go.
Cigarettes are a fag. That's a fag.
I've never been to London.
Right.
Or England.
But we know that that's what they mean.
I've seen your underpants.
We know that's what they mean.
Hey, it's Stephanie Lee. What's up? Hello from chat. I love you all.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Cyber be nice. Cider be nice.
What did she say?
Cider.
Fucking,
Nice?
did she call me cider? Fuck
Cider-
you. Don't call. Really?
That's an
It's your name
inside joke
because
thing,
you're drinking
apparently.
cider.
yeah.
That's an inside
That's
joke
my
thing.
nickname because I drink cider a lot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So there you go,
Okay.
cider. All right. What's up, Steph? What's up, Steph Lee?
Hey, so the Bulls.
Hold on, I want to know more about Tiny Chat. I'm just.
No, fuck
This
you.
is one of those things where.
let's-
This is one of those things. As a married man, I don't know about these things anymore, and I just want to know like
I feel like it's kind of like the
The
computer
roulette?
version of Marco Polo.
it's the root.
It is kind of like Marco Polo, but I've made a couple different, and we're all straight, and I've hung out in
Right.
Vegas, so yeah.
right. Okay.
But this is like
So the
chat
Bulls waived
roulette.
asset.
It's like chat roulette, basically. Like you don't know
No,
who
no,
you don't
no,
know
it's
who
not
you're
like that.
No,
That was
no,
awesome.
that was bad.
That was awesome.
That was bad.
I loved that.
Because I never did it, but I heard about it.
So I saw it on TV or something on like fucking Talk Soup or some bullshit like a few years back, and I was like, let's try this out. So me and my
Absolutely.
roommate were at the apartment, and I was like, let's see what happens. And like it was like you got to talk to someone for like what was it, like a minute and a half or some bullshit, and then you like got to move on. I saw more hot ass like Russian chicks that were just like and just like showing titty, and I was like, this is the best thing ever created by man.
Let's see.
Is there still chat
moments.
roulette?
I don't know if there's still chat roulette.
You
But
Yeah,
can't
fuck
hear
it.
it on the air here.
So, anyways, back to sports. The Bulls waived Asic. They owe him $15 million. He doesn't play.
The Browns
Wait,
still owe Osweiler a bunch of money.
Sheik,
Yeah, Ashik.
Omer Ashik.
R.I.P.
They're gonna give him $11 million this year because it was fully guaranteed, 11.3, and he has a partial guarantee for next year for $3 million. He could literally never play basketball again, and he's gonna get paid $14.3 million.
I'm going to ask you to clean up your language from this point forward because Dimitri's mom and dad and
Mommy.
sister are listening now, so we need to keep it on a PG level. Thank you.
And my sister's doing homework probably.
She's probably stop listening to us. Susana. I always
Wait,
say her
hold
name.
on.
I always say her name wrong, but I'll say Susana.
It is not Tiny Chat. It is
It's
Escape
my
Chat.
God.
Chat.com. Who's the crew? All right.
Swear to God, I'm gonna
Oh, I love you, Stephanie
TH
Lee. You're
crew.
fantastic.
Who is Stephanie Lee?
I don't know. She's somebody I want to get to
It's
know.
my friend Steph. Yeah, but I'm gonna punch
Yeah.
her in the face.
Don't punch her in the face.
I'm gonna punch her in the face.
So Steph,
She fucking still- no.
What we're hoping for you is that once Alina punches you, black eyes make you look sexier. That's what we're hoping for.
You want to see what Steph looks like?
Sure.
Come on here.
Come on, talk
That's Steph.
to me, Colin.
Steph,
She's married.
I feel like the black eye would look good on the right side. That's what I'm going with.
Dickwad.
That's what I'm going
Wow.
with.
Oh, and now
The right side
I
is the
can't
right
even
side.
know.
Conrad's leaving
I
now.
just opened a can of
I wasn't
fucking
trying to
worms.
flirt or hit on anyone. I was just saying I
No,
feel
no, I'm
like
just
a
saying
black eye
open-
would look
I
good
was
on one
insinuating
side.
it.
Yeah.
I was definitely insinuating it, but I'm married, so that's the most I can do nowadays.
I'm damaged goods.
I can just insinuate-
I'm just damaged
I can
goods.
just insinuate flirtiness.
I've been told I'm
flirtiness
damaged goods as well, so.
Over airwaves. Hey, damaged goods. Meet damaged goods.
Me damaged? Nah.
Oh, that's I would like to know a lot, Stephanie Lee. This is turning into a whole different show here. Talk to us about what Alina does online. That would be fantastic.
No, that's fine.
That would
I
be
drink.
fantastic.
I drink and I edit.
Internet world or
Oh,
Alina.
that's fantastic.
I drink online when I'm editing stuff. It's true.
Are there ever?
Oh.
What happened? What happened? What happened?
So I want to talk about something fun that happened today in the NFL. I want to just totally switch gears.
Okay.
I want to talk about.
I already saw.
You want to talk about baseball?
boat.
Basketball still? Talk about basketball still?
Hold on.
Wait,
Strip. Wait, hold on. Strip off your next shirt. Let's go see it.
No, we
Yes,
have,
we
do you
need to.
have on?
Strip it.
We
I'm
need
gonna-
to.
I'm gonna
Oh, I
strip
know
it.
what you have. No, we
No,
gotta
we
go.
need to. No.
We're gonna stay
No,
with
we need to.
basketball.
No,
We're gonna stay with
no,
basketball.
we can
No,
go
here's
back.
another basketball one.
We're gonna stay with basketball.
When it's time to start talking about the Clippers in real, I will take off.
Let's
this
talk about
jersey.
Clippers right now.
I don't
Yes.
want to.
They're the
I
better
want you to
team.
do
Oh,
because
because
I
we need
want
to
you
go break.
better team.
Because like that's my last shirt.
Because we need to
Okay,
go
it's
break.
7 o'clock. Let's take a break.
And then we come back to the
Steph-
best,
And then it lets you switch.
best basketball team in
Steph-
LA.
Oh, look at Steph. She is a Cowboys fan.
She wants you to talk about the. Steph. I'm
NFL,
sorry.
let's
She's a
do it.
Cowboy
This is a
fan.
sports show. Yes, let's do it. All right.
It's a sports entertainment show.
To start off,
sports by dummies for dummies.
let's talk about how Blake Bortles, who sucked for a really long time, finally got benched.
So who was Blake Bortles last season?
Who was Blake Bortles last season?
Because he was an effective quarterback all year long last year.
And he was actually fairly effective this year.
No, he
was
had
no
some
early
really
on.
bad. He had some really bad games again. It was
But
like
he had some really bad games, period, over his career.
right.
He hasn't been
always
an effective
always
quarterback.
has. But like all of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, you can't connect with anybody anymore. I think it honestly has to do with Leonard Fournette not being active.
Well, but then they picked up Carlos Hyde, who ended up being inactive this week, so he's finally going to start next week. So they picked up Carlos Hyde from the Browns. Nick Chubb is now the starting running back for the Browns.
The guy's name is McChubb.
His name is Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb.
He has a Chubb.
Who, by the way, had 80 yards and a touchdown today.
Yeah, thank you for my fantasy points.
Yeah, no shit.
Even if I'm going to
I
lose.
picked him up the minute I heard Hyde
Yeah,
got
me
traded.
too.
I was like, fuck yeah. So the Jags.
I dropped Frank Gore for him.
The Jags actually, no shit, are kind of loaded at running back. I mean, well, if you think like a few years ago, they've got Jamal Charles right now, who used to be really, really good.
Is he playing?
He played last week.
I know, but he must not have played well if they're
trying to win a title 3 years ago.
He had 5 rushes for 5 yards last week.
Because what I had heard about Leonard Fournette is that
Bortles
he's
ratings
not
are 64, 74, 54 in reverse order, so he is getting better. Stephanie, you're helping us out.
God bless you, Stephanie.
You're helping us out, Steph. I really appreciate it. He is getting better.
Like, is that in the past 3 games?
You should not have room to be getting better at this point in the game.
Fantastic.
I fully fucking agree, Stephanie. He has been in this league for
have
too
sex
long.
with Stephanie Lee.
No, I'm so not.
No, you are.
No, I'm so
She's
not.
married.
But
She has
I
kids.
fully fucking agree.
So people who are married and have kids don't have sex with other people?
Especially him.
What the fuck did I do to you?
Wow.
I can't wait for
dated
I
Coffee
would.
Spice, for the love of
I went
God.
on 3 dates with her.
That doesn't matter.
In downtown Riverside.
We have
You're one of the. You probably heard that
After
one.
the day, I just never talked to her again. It was just because it was.
We have all dated people that we're not proud of. It's
Yes,
okay.
exactly.
Yes.
And this, by the way, was like
Wait a minute.
4 or 5 years
Wait
ago.
a minute.
Bernard is raising his hand right now.
Wait, he was not. He was not there on the show when she kind of came in as a guest on the Happy Hour show, was he? You were gone.
I must
she
have
was
been.
on. Sucker.
That's fantastic.
How about this?
Okay,
that
either way,
Bortles is younger than Derek Carr.
Huh?
Bortles is younger than Derek Carr. He's not
Bortles
just
is
some
younger
middle-aged
than
dude.
Derek Carr. And side note, Derek Carr sucks now.
Yes.
Raiders
Yes.
suck.
I think Daddy wants us to go to break.
Who?
You want to go break?
You want to go to break?
Let's go to break.
Penis.
We'll talk. I don't know. Cider needs
Dude,
a Cowboys
Stephanie,
game.
I'm gonna punch you in the
And
fucking
get laid.
face
Bring
in
a
about
bottle
5
and you'll
minutes.
both
Bring a
win.
bottle and you'll both win. Yeah.
Oops, Alina.
That's fantastic.
Done.
I love her.
That bitch, I'm gonna kill her.
All right, guys.
Are we on break? Are we on break? And
Roll
5,
me
4,
music.
3, 2,
Break.
1.
This is too much fun. You're all let me move these. Does that
So as soon as you touch something over there,
That is a.
that's when everything went out. So
It was.
no, as soon as you said we were all listening to each other, no problem. And as
you
soon as you
walked
came
in.
and you touched something, it worked.
I didn't touch anything. I said no.
I know what it was.
So then I switched the cable.
What was it?
5-minute break?
Yes.
Go.
I'm just wondering.
Go smoke a cigarette. Have a piss.
I didn't touch
I didn't actually
anything.
get all the way downstairs and get outside. I can't do that.
The bathroom is right. The key is right here. Here. It was literally working. I plugged that.
I need to see the
and
comments
everything
because I
was
can't see
working.
shit.
For real.
You see what?
The comments. So they're just coming. Where'd you even get that?
Why is there a bunch of stuff that's all touchy? Did you program that?
You probably did.
Can we put some stuff on?
I don't know. This is what he gets to do. He runs that station.
He runs the station still?
He runs Chaotic. And then move over to the talk radio, then we get to run it.
That's part of the contract?
No, it's how I'm running this. How I'm running this.
Oh.
It's going to be a full punk station. I'm going to let him and Ryan do all the programming for it.
Well, that's on my itch. That'd be cool. I'd appreciate it.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Can you hear anything?
Hello. Nope. These aren't the headphones. So
Nothing's working.
No, nothing's working.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
Hey, Stephanie, so you're talking to all these people at the same time now?
Oh, hold on.
So is that what it is? Is like everybody in this room? That's Stephanie right there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Hold on.
I can't. I don't give a shit.
Now you can say hi to her.
Take this out. Let me take this out.
Stop.
How you doing?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Say it again. I couldn't hear you. Sorry, Steph. What?
Hey, what's up? I don't normally wear glasses.
Are we not hearing anything? Like it's just
I.
talking? That could be turn your shit off. No, hey, it's 24-7 Chiefs. Not shocked.
You're not surprised. No.
Not shocked.
Bengals suck.
Bengals do. Actually, the Bengals.
I got it. I heard.
Wait, we heard stuff?
Yeah, I hear that.
Hold on. Talk.
Hello?
1 2 1 2.
Yes! Finally. Yo.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
Not yet, but yeah, headphones.
Not yet, but yeah. Perfect.
All right, so here's the deal. You want to go say hi to Steph? There you go.
I'm good. I'm not a dick.
Can you guys hear?
I can hear perfectly now. Can you hear me through this microphone?
Yep, I
Yeah.
can.
Yay!
It's 24/7. I heard you say 27.
Okay, let's get back to football.
But are we?
All right, Patriots, Rams, Super Bowl. Patriots
can
are
we
going
play I
to
Love
beat the
LA?
unbeaten season.
Can we play I Love LA by Randy Newman because Dodgers roll?
Of course we can.
Or Sweet Caroline. I like that song.
Fuck
Can you hear it now, Jeremy?
I can hear. I can hear this fine.
Everybody can hear everybody.
Now we can talk about the Clippers with the actual Clipper master.
ELE.
There we go.
Everybody love everybody.
Did you want a beverage?
I'm good.
I'm okay. Do you want one of these?
Hell no.
They're actually pretty decent.
I've had it.
No, it's because you're having it. That's why she won't. If you weren't having it, she would.
I don't drink beer.
Seriously, apparently.
It's like if you.
Wait, are we in the air?
No, give me 30 seconds, all clear.
This is chaoticradio.com.
Cold in it.
We're going through the greatest hits. There we go. Turn up, V. Turn up.
Do it.
If we go through another 28 songs, that's about as many quarterbacks as the Browns have had.
Wow.
Hey, it's a song you won't hear till April.
That bad?
That's right. That's right. We're coming back. We actually have headphones on. We can hear each other now. It's fantastic. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And it is good to be a Dodger fan. We love LA. That's right. We love LA.
Yes, you do.
We love it.
You love LA.
Yeah, that's right, baby. That's right.
You guys have 5 sports teams now. Look at you.
Welcome to.
We don't count the Chargers.
Welcome to our numero. We have quite a few more than 4 or 5 because we have 2 for each sport, and if you're not counting hockey,
Only 1 for soccer.
Yeah.
So we got LAFC and LA Galaxy.
No, we got 2. The Galaxy.
No, yeah,
and
you
LAFC.
have the new Will Ferrell own team.
Yeah, and Magic.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. LA. Have you seen the videos for LAFC games?
LAFC.
They have so much fun, and it's so raucous at those
I
stadiums.
already have 2 free jerseys and towels.
But I'm going to start line
Can
plan.
I have one?
Yeah.
No.
They're
FC.
actually, I love their
Not
colors because
Galaxy.
they're
Why
black.
Why'd
No.
you say
The
that?
FC is like literally
Yeah, I'll bring
they
some.
sway in the stands, and they're drinking and they're cheering and they're screaming.
That's because you can't drink the Coliseum.
And it looks like fun. So yeah, welcome back to hour number 2 of Chaotic Sports. Really chaotic in the first hour. I'd say.
Really chaotic.
Really
Definitely.
chaotic. So
Yeah.
to reintroduce ourselves, the second half here.
Here we go.
I am the Jew.
You are the Jew.
That's Scotty. What's
He doesn't know.
Scotty knows, and Scotty's drinking his Budweiser Select Jim Beam thing.
Blah, blah, blah.
Back in the
Mila
booth over
Kunis.
there is the yellow man. That's Beard. That's Curious George's what's Curious George's owner's
The man
name?
in the yellow
The
hat.
man in the yellow hat. The man in the yellow shirt back there. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah,
The Clipper.
and then joining us again, the returning champion is Alizé.
That's right.
That's right.
It's
I'm
only
sorry.
a special
Wait.
time.
What is Alizé's real name?
God
now?
damn it.
I forget. Cider
would be
Girl.
Alina.
No.
Cider Girl.
No.
Cider Girl and Comrade. Hello, Comrade.
And we're done.
Steph, I was really happy with your football comments earlier, but now you said let's talk about the Sacramento Kings, and
no one wants to do
will,
that.
Yeah.
I
Nobody
will not
cares.
fucking do that because I've been to Sacramento in the last month, and that city does not deserve any goddamn airtime.
That is true.
So back to football.
Back to the Clippers, who are leading the Rockets.
Take
at
it off.
halftime.
Are we taking the Clippers? Are we talking Clippers?
Hold on. Let me get this
We're
right.
talking
on,
a little bit of
Clipper talk.
Oh, I
Clippers.
gotta do it.
Hey, B, are we talking Clippers?
Okay,
it's
one
time
second,
to talk
guys.
Clippers.
1 second, guys. Listen.
Wait, hold on.
Quit talking over each other. There you go.
Let's talk Clippers. Hold on.
This is happening.
Talk Clippers.
Bam, bam, bam.
Do you have a Clipper jersey too? You have the Blake Griffin jersey. Oh yeah, I want that when you're done. I love that jersey. I love that jersey. I love the blue
it's their
Clipper.
best jersey.
Dance. You're such a you're worse
Wow.
than a Jew.
Their best jersey.
Wow.
He wore 3 jerseys tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
did.
amazing.
I did.
I'm happy.
I did. I knew we were going to talk about. I knew we were talking some Dodgers, some Lakers.
Do you have a Dodgers jersey underneath the
It's a chive shirt, but it's a Dodgers chive shirt. So it's the
But wait, don't worry about it. I got it for you.
It's all good.
It was Dodgers, Lakers, Clippers, then back to Dodgers.
Oh yeah, I'm going back to
technically.
Dodgers. You know that's going
I'll
to.
fit you now.
So I don't need a jersey because I had one. I don't know why you're going that direction.
Because
we're talking to Clippers now. That was the whole point. Is when we talk about the. Never mind.
So
You're not
we
getting this.
touched on the NFL for like half a second.
Right, but
We'll
we
come
talk-
back.
We're going back to the NBA.
We're talking.
Give B his moment of shine.
Who is winning? They're winning by a point at the half.
Oh my God! What do they get for that?
Nothing.
You know
I
what?
mean, the Lakers weren't leading at half. So I think that they
feel
get
like
some
they get a
respect.
Oh, that's
crisp.
right. The Lakers suck because they were losing by a point. They have.
The Clippers winning at the half. I feel like the Clippers winning at the half they should get a double crisp high five.
Oh no, they're going to raise a banner. We were leading.
That's what their championship.
We once led a 65-win team at halftime.
Yeah, that's their championship banner. Is like we played a good team and we led it 1 point. Woo!
Sorry, B. Sorry.
Give them some respect.
Respect.
Have the Clippers ever won a championship?
Have the Clippers ever made it past the second round of the playoffs?
No.
I'm going to say no then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, it's never happened.
That's
But I
what
did put
thought.
$100 on the over/under.
The over-unders
enough.
have been going crazy over, haven't
Yeah,
they?
they
Life's too short to bet
went
the
up-
under.
when we first talked about it, it was 35.5. I got it at 37.
Oh, you're talking about the over on the wins, total wins.
Yeah, what did
shit.
total?
Oh wow, you went. Oh, I think you went under on this game.
No,
Oh,
just
wow.
the win total.
Yeah, because everybody likes to bet overs.
Yeah,
Everyone-
life's too
Well,
short to bet the under.
I thought that I thought since it's the Clippers, it would have been the under on it because Clippers have been under for the past 3 years on the over/under total. But that's okay.
Wow, there's a bet on the table. There's a bet ongoing right now between Scotty and
did
B,
you see that, buddy?
who says
I did.
if the Clippers don't win 40 games, that is correct. Is 40? 40 is the number?
No, I said over/under. It was 35.5 when we said it.
No, the bet was 40.
No, it wasn't.
It was absolutely.
I'll pull the fucking tape.
Pull
No,
that-
it wasn't.
Pull that tape. Pull
Who's the
that
bandwagon
tape.
hopper?
Yes.
That's what I want to know.
Oh,
Yes.
maybe because you were in a Clipper jersey and they have a better record than the Lakers, and you now have a jersey of the Clippers.
No. I mean,
Steph, who's the bandwagon hopper? We want to know.
Because it's definitely me in terms of my history. But I mean,
Is
this
it
moment-
really?
Yeah,
but she doesn't know.
low-key.
She doesn't know you, and she has no reason to believe that.
Because just so we're clear,
so-
I've been a Saints fan since the worst Manning,
which one's that?
the father,
Archie.
You're not old enough
I
to be an
thought
Archie
Eli
Manning
was
fan.
worse than Archie.
I had to watch the replays when I was a kid, which I had to grow up suffering the replays of
Why
the defeat.
am I the one that called out it was Archie before all you guys did?
Well, it's actually kind of hard to determine whether it's Archie or Eli at
That's
this
what I'm
point
trying to
because
say.
Eli fucking sucks.
Get the fuck out of here!
Hey, soundboard! There you are. There.
Wow,
we
now
go.
everything's working.
Eli needs to be traded, or
Eli
No,
needs to-
No, I feel
He
like
needs-
I feel like he needs the 5-finger death punch. Like I feel like
he's old Yeller.
He
You
kinda
need to-
is.
You need to take him out in the back, and you just need to pull the shotgun out, and just out. And everyone in New York could cry, and the Manning family maybe it can cry, and then say, "Remember how good he
can
was."
you turn him into glue? I feel like that might be helpful. If you could just
He's
take him
not-
out back, shoot
he's
him,
not
turn him into
John
glue.
Elway.
if the Giants had Kirk Cousins, they'd have a better record than they would now. No doubt.
Well, fun fact about Kirk Cousins: since he's
sorry,
been in the Kirk Cousins, since he's been in the NFL, he has the most fumbles of any starting QB since he's been in the NFL.
Really?
He has 47 fumbles
That's interesting.
since he's been in the NFL, and he's lost 26.
Thanks.
I mean, he was a
that.
Redskin, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. The Redskins.
Well, no, I mean, I thought there was no chance that it wasn't Phillip Rivers because he
No.
he likes to hold the ball.
Since Kirk Cousins has been in the NFL, he has had more fumbles and lost more fumbles than any other QB.
Steph, we need to know who the bandwagon is.
I really want to know. I'm so fucking excited. I know it's not
I
me.
kind of want to know who it is.
I mean, it's got to be me for switching jerseys.
I know it's
right?
not me.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
no, that's
It's
he's
the only
just-
reason. The only reason to be doing that would be say it's me. but I don't think I'm a bandwagon hopper at all. This was
You're not.
Steph. Just as a point of reference here, our boy B in the back, he is a huge Clippers fan.
He is.
And,
Ridiculous.
And as a Halloween party he had a couple years ago, I went as Bernard Aphrodisiac Morris. So I got this jersey that
50
night
pounds.
specific.
Did you get the fro too?
Specific. No, I borrowed his jean shorts though.
Oh
You did.
God.
So absolutely. So I wore my tennis shoes open.
That was a traumatic day.
Yes, and then I had my wife. I had her dress up as his ex-girlfriend too. So that was the best thing too. Is she came in San
B,
Francisco.
was that the party
San
where I made
Francisco
out with the bad copy of Gwen Stefani?
Yes.
Damn it!
I know who that is then.
Candace.
That's
Amber.
no, that's the one girl that
No,
always
it's Amber.
she shows up to every like fifth party or so, right?
No, it's Amber.
I'm
It's
saying
Amber.
she shows up to.
I don't know. I really don't know. I just laughed that she broke her nose while fucking. That's really all I care about.
Is that the one that?
Oh yeah.
That
Oh,
somebody,
yeah.
Somebody took care of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It was hilarious.
B. That's fantastic.
I felt bad after that. I
Wait,
went on like
did you-
one day. No, I never had sex with her. No.
No. Broke her nose with him
No. Well, he broke her nose. I didn't break her.
while
nose.
having sex.
Yes.
Yes.
I heard the story. I, didn't
I
know
still
it was
win. I gave the guy the heart attack, so I still win.
is. Why would someone have so many jerseys? The question
Oh, it's only 3.
do you have matching shorts to all of them?
We don't want to
If
see
you
him
did,
change.
you're fucking
Please
very
don't.
cool.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't want to see him change his shorts.
I will refuse to buy breakaway pants or actual jerseys for the teams because the jerseys, like, you know what a real basketball shorts cost?
Like 90
A
bucks?
lot.
They're ridiculous
50
for a pair of
bucks.
They're a
shorts.
lot.
50's cheap.
Why don't you just go to the old school 80s one and then you can just have your junk falling out?
That would I'm still remember I'm Jewish and they it would probably
won't
still,
fall out. It won't
probably
fall
still
out.
be up there a little bit and yeah.
So, other news in the
the hell was
NFL.
that?
Other news in the NFL. We now have officially the 4th member of the 500 touchdown club, Drew Brees.
Oh, I thought that was like
Best statistical quarterback ever.
Exactly. Thank you. So we've got, what is it? It's number 1 Peyton Manning, number 2 Brett Favre, number 3 Tom Brady, who's at 504, and Brees, who's at 401. The top is 539.
Peyton.
Peyton.
Okay.
That'll
Five-
get broken.
Yeah.
He'll beat it.
It will be broken. So I mean, if we go with it, it won't be broken by the end of this year. That won't happen. It'll be next year.
Or unless Drew goes to deep playoff run, which I think he will. NFC
Could go on a
championship
deep
probably.
playoff run.
Are those
Yeah.
numbers including playoffs?
I think they are including playoffs. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's just career.
No, touchdowns?
Yeah, it's just career passing touchdowns. I think that does include playoffs.
It's usually like yardage is not included in that. You know, when you say career yardage.
Yeah, but these are just passing TDs. Just
right. But
period.
when they're saying career passing yardage,
it's
only-
after the regular season doesn't count.
after
yeah.
anything after the regular season count.
Right.
Nothing.
No, so then yeah, it's
Wait.
it's 501.
I think
If it's
Brady-
passing
I would think
touchdowns,
Brady- I
Brady
think
only
Brady-
has 200 in the regular. Are you telling me he has 300 passing touchdowns?
He has 504 passing touchdowns total in his career.
He just got his 200 touchdown. No, not
No.
200.
No.
He's got his 500th.
He's got 504 right
Yeah,
now.
then it's not. I don't think that includes playoffs.
That doesn't include
Yeah,
playoffs.
because he would have
Because
so
it'd be
many-
way more.
Yeah.
He has 74 or 75.
Yeah, and it would be way
77.
more for Peyton and all that stuff too. You know, so we have to look at that. Are we looking at the all-time leaders right now between Drew and
I will.
what's his
I will
fuck?
say that. What's his fuck? Yes.
What's his fuck? Tom Brady.
I will say that the fact that Drew has played with Sean Payton for so long,
Yeah,
and that obviously the
Brady's Belichick.
that has helped them because their systems haven't changed.
exactly.
You know, so. But then again, Manning and Favre basically made the system wherever they went.
Made the system work for them.
The system was their system because they had so much success going
Right.
before they arrived. So they changed the system to fit.
How do you like those 3 teams with all that history between them? What the hell?
Go Dallas, Green Bay, Steelers in that order.
Yeah. Hey.
In that order.
Yeah, we don't.
Anyways, we're back on touchdowns now. Yeah.
Anyways,
so
Cowboys have 2 playoff wins since 2000.
Wow.
Green Bay sucks.
Green Bay
Kinda.
does suck.
She is a diehard
I hate the
Dallas
Steelers.
fan.
Yeah. No, we don't. We're
The
not.
Steelers have shown that, by God, if
All
they
of
don't
us here have more playoff wins than Dak Prescott, and I
Wait,
think that's
so
beautiful.
she's a Cowboy, Green Bay, and Steelers fan.
No,
and
she's a
worried-
cowboy. She's more of a cowboy
And
fan.
she's worried about bandwagon. Those are the 3 bandwagon teams of all the NFL.
It's definitely the Cowboys
is
or
my
the
shirt.
bandwagon team.
Right, but it's all 3 of them. All
Right.
the 3 historical teams that if they're not from that city, you can root for them.
That's true.
Yes. She should have said my only real hope is the New York Giants this year. Hilo, they have one win. Yeah, it's not happening.
You're done.
And
that cannot be her.
And I bet them in the over, so it's okay. Yeah. So
if I yell Hasselhoff, somebody's going to PayPal me $20. So I'm going to
Hasselhoff.
That's right. Damn right.
There you go.
Hasselhoff.
Anyways.
Cheers.
So the record's not going to be broken this year for
$20.
touchdowns. We can agree on that. Record's not going to be broken this year.
Unless
It might.
Drew plays like
Drew or Brady averages 3 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, around there.
If they average 3 touchdowns a game for the next 10 weeks, they get 30. That's still not going to get them there. They're not going to do it.
It'll be next year for sure.
Yeah, it'll be next year for sure. Brady will hold it for 1 season.
Who's going to pass Brady?
Drew Brees, because Drew Brees is 2 years younger than Brady.
No, Brady's going to pass him. Brees is going to pass him this year.
Brees, no,
He's only
they're
three
going to fight.
behind
Brady's
him.
3 touchdowns ahead right now.
Right. He's going to pass him this year.
For sure.
I mean,
They're gonna-
look,
it's gonna be
Brady
back
does
and
it because
forth.
of longevity. Brady doesn't do it because he's like the greatest passer in the history of the game. He does it because of longevity. There's going to be 4 games this year still remaining that where he's just going to hand the ball off every time they get close.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that Brady's right, and he's going to play to 44 45. I'm going to give each Breeze and Brady 3 more seasons.
Or barring
right?
injuries,
Yeah, barring injuries, I'm going to give them each 3 more seasons in the NFL, starting now. So they're going to have next season, the season after, and the season after that, right?
I'm going to say Brady.
Let's be conservative.
2 seasons.
But let's be conservative and say they each do 30 touchdowns a year.
That's very conservative.
I'm being very conservative. Actually,
Wow,
maybe
you look very conservative.
Well, I actually think Brady's got 2 more seasons after this one. I think Drew has 3. So let's say it's 2 more years for Brady, 3 more years for Breeze. If they're each doing 30 touchdowns a season, Drew's going to be the all-time leader. Period.
He will.
Period. He also has beaten all 32 teams. He's going to be by far and away the yardage leader.
That's a cute stat that doesn't mean anything.
It's a cute stat that doesn't mean anything, but it's hard to accomplish.
Only 2 other QBs have done that, and they're in the
argument
for best
you have to play for
ever.
2 teams.
Right. I understand that.
That's part of it. So you'll think Tom Brady's. You say Tom Brady didn't beat every team because he's only played for one
because he never got
team.
traded. Yeah, exactly.
And Drew Brees was lucky enough to play the Saints when he was a Charger. I mean,
I agree with you.
There's nothing to that stat.
I
It's
agree with that.
That's a
I'm just saying.
longevity
I'm just saying it's another thing that just adds to the roster.
I heard that stat in baseball this week too.
But he's going to be the all-time leader in yardage. No one's even close.
Yeah.
Brady's not even close right now.
Are you sucking on our tit right now with all his Brees?
Hold on.
Just to tell me that he's the greatest quarterback in the
no,
history.
hold on. No. We finished that.
Are you going to say he's the GOAT?
Statistically, he is the best QB. If he wins the Super Bowl this year, I think we kind of have to put him in the same conversation as Brady.
I think just with the stats, he already is in the
I
combo.
think you're out of your mind.
How do you not
You are
put him in the
out
same conversation?
of your mind.
How do you not put him in the same conversation?
Going to 2 Super Bowls and winning 2 Super Bowls has nothing to do with what Brady has been to 9.
Brady's had a better team every
9.
single year.
If you're that
Drew has
should
won.
Drew Brees have gone to the Super Bowl last year? You better damn believe he should have.
Yeah.
He should have gone. Like
He couldn't
One
though, but he
missed
couldn't.
tackle away.
You know, it's like
It wasn't on him that did it.
But like I said, it's his style that does it. It's whatever it is. Because trust me, the
So you're telling me that Breeze now has to go play offense and go or kill Marshawn Lattimore for fucking up that tackle.
The Patriots.
No, it wasn't even Marshawn Lattimore or someone else.
Yeah, that's true.
The Patriots, they've had a great my god defense. So it's like
never.
They've had a top 15 defense. They've had a top half of the league.
It's whatever the situation needed. Brady has always been able to make it to work it to make sure he's got the ball at the end to make sure he's got the chance to win.
I've researched this. I've researched this, so I want to throw this out there.
This fucking show researches anything, so don't even. Go there.
I actually have researched this. I want to throw this out there. Brady has had statistically better running backs. He has had better wide receivers. He has had a better defense. He has had an all-around better team surrounding him the entirety of his career.
I don't disagree with any of that.
The entirety of his career. So Drew has done a lot more with a shitload less.
But I will tell you that they had better running backs because they committed to the run. But they've never had a pure running back.
Not really.
They've never had a handoff guy, but they've always included the running backs out of the backfield.
Right.
Way better, using better blocking. And
they've also had a better O-line.
Right. So because Brady gets rid of the ball so quickly, and that opens up a whole lot.
But you know what's funny about that? Drew's quicker off the throw than Brady is.
But Drew's also 6 inches shorter, which makes there's so many things, so many variables that get put into it that I don't think there's no he could
the harder road is Breeze over Brady. The harder road traveled.
My equivalent to Breeze right now is John Elway at the end of his career. And I could see Breeze. Let's say Breeze wins the next two Super Bowls.
Maybe goes 2 Super
You know
Bowls,
what I mean?
yeah.
Because he's got a sound running game now.
Right.
And the running game does take off the pressure off
Definitely.
off of your weak defense and off of you as needing to do everything.
Super weak defense.
Because he's done everything for so many years, and what Russell Wilson has been doing the last few years is what Breeze has been doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's sort of like I scramble, I run, I make things happen. Great, you're really good at that, but is it good for the team?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm not saying it's Breeze's fault that he's not the greatest of all time. It's just I don't think you could ever. I'm sorry, unless you.
But how can you not though? Because outside of the Super Bowl category, he owns Brady.
Then Joe Montana it needs to be in that too.
He's not even close to any of them.
Because the rules were different back then.
But he's not even in the top 5 all time of anything.
Doesn't matter. It's back in the day. It's Joe Montana.
But
you don't mess up Joe
of
Montana.
anything.
Great, but there was a different game. It was a completely different game.
You're right. Dan Marino played the game better than anybody else in that era. He just didn't win a Super Bowl.
You threw the ball 25 times back then. You didn't throw it 40 times, 50. What somebody threw
Dan Marino did.
50, Dan Marino, and how well did the
exactly? He never won a Super Bowl.
Right, he got.
But statistically, if we're looking at paper, he was a better quarterback than anybody else in the NFL.
After he surprised everybody, he never got far again. He just didn't.
No, I agree with you on that. But like, if we look at this, if he wins another Super Bowl and he owns Brady in absolutely every statistical category that you can possibly achieve as an NFL quarterback, you kind of have no choice but to at least include him in the conversation. It doesn't have to be a serious conversation. It doesn't have to be a serious conversation. It doesn't have to be like this is the end-all, be-all conversation, but you at least have to mention him in the same breath.
God, I'm hoping they can hear it louder than we can hear it.
It's very low.
Okay, yeah.
But you at least have to...
Our sound is very low there, B.
I can still hear it. It's annoying
Isn't
as
that
fuck.
my bullshit alarm I used to have?
Yeah, so...
Wow.
Wait, hold on. Are we done talking about the Clippers? Because I really want to take this off.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, good. I need to go back.
Go ahead.
I need to go back to the Dodgers at least.
Go ahead, man.
But
let's
38-7 Chiefs. Yeah, it's a route.
38-7. Yeah, it's a fucking.
Thank you for the like.
It's a beat to shit.
Yeah,
but
Bengals suck.
But now that let's stop talking about just Breeze and Brady. We know they're going to be number 1 and number 2 in every statistical category for a quarterback at this point. We know that's going to happen. Who has a chance to beat them after the fact?
Was that a good sign or a bad sign? I was trying to put my jersey on backwards.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Who has the best statistical chance in the NFL right now to even come close to their yardage and touchdown records? Who do we think? Who do we think? Because I'll tell you right now, the 2 best that have the seasoning and the offense to make that happen are Stafford and Ryan.
Stafford's already 29 now.
Stafford's already 29, but he's thrown a couple of 5,000-yard seasons. He's got a chance at it.
It has to be someone young.
He's got about 10% chance. Ryan is the closest to be able to get to the touchdowns and the yardage.
Yeah, he's top 10. I think.
He's got about a 14% chance.
So by your analogy, if Stafford ends up with all the
tools,
all of the records, and wins a Super Bowl or 2 in the mix, he can be considered the greatest of all time?
I'm not saying he's considered the greatest of all time. I'm saying put him in the conversation. I'm just saying allow them to enter the conversation.
Do you want to know why there's no conversation?
I would love to know why there's no conversation. Why there's no conversation.
Why there's no conversation.
I would love to hear it.
I've watched Matthew Stafford play football for the last.
No,
8
I agree
years.
with you on that.
So he's not the best. He's never going to be the best.
No, never.
And
no,
for
he's not.
However good Drew Brees is, he's not in the GOAT conversation.
I don't know how you can't include him.
It's the same thing as a Kobe fan. As a huge Kobe fan, I realize
I would never put Kobe in the same conversation as Michael Jordan.
Kobe is Drew Brees.
God, no.
Yes, he is.
How?
I'm sorry. Kobe won 5 championships.
No.
My bad.
Dirk is Drew Brees.
Hey, that's a good one.
I might give you that.
Except Dirk is falling and Drew is rising at the end of his career.
And Dirk is a top 10 scorer of all time, and he has 1 championship.
He's a top 10 scorer of all time. Drew will be the number 1.
Okay.
In every single category.
Again,
minus interceptions.
But you're talking about like pure statistical. It doesn't pass the vision test, and I know your fandom is blocking your vision.
No. I'm actually being really objective right now. You're articulating.
Drew will be in top 5 all time. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be top 5 all time.
It would be.
You think Montana's the best of all time?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
It's Tom.
Thank you.
It's Tom.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
In no order. It's going to be Montana, Brady,
Have
Brees,
we completely
Peyton.
forgot about Brett Favre?
Favre.
Yeah.
Favre's going to be there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you forget about Mr. Aaron?
Give me a retirement. Hold on. Get here.
And yeah. So.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
No, Favre is there.
What about Aaron Rodgers?
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no. Not even close.
Since he's won the Super Bowl, all his stats have gone down.
Not even close. He's won one Super Bowl. He's not played a full season since then. He has more interceptions and touchdowns in most of his seasons.
Are you out of your mind?
No. I look at the numbers.
You're out of your mind. He had 4 interceptions like 2 years ago. 4. Dude, he had like 46 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. You're out of your mind.
No, he didn't have that. That did not happen.
Look us up some.
I'll tell you right now.
Some
I
Aaron Rodgers stats.
Got you covered.
Yeah,
Wasn't some guy named Fran Tarkenton a bit better than Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh my God, what is going on right now? Both of you need to get the fuck out of here.
Aaron Rodgers is just not as good as people think he
great.
is. He's good. He's really fucking good.
You ask any professional sport NFL an analyst, like us, who's the best quarterbacks in the NFL? It's usually Aaron Rodgers number 1 and Tom Brady number 2. It's not even. It's like
a side note. It was 40 touchdowns. It was 40 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
What?
Nice.
I'm sorry. How many touchdowns and interceptions?
40 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Oh, that's. Oh, I'm sorry. You said he has more interceptions than touchdowns, so that was closer to what
just about every other season other than that one.
Look up every goddamn year.
Rodgers has less passing yards than Matt Ryan. That says a lot. What is for someone who's been in the league longer?
Who do you want?
He doesn't have a lot of yards.
Who do you want on your team?
Tom Brady.
Who do I want on my team? Who do I want on my team?
Who do you want as your starting? You have a new team tomorrow. Who do you want as your starting quarterback with no other position? There's no other player on your team. You have to pick.
I can pick my offense. I can pick my coach.
No,
Baker Mayfield.
No, you have to
Josh
pick
Rosen.
You have to pick one quarterback to start your team tomorrow with no receivers, no coach, no anything.
Josh Rosen.
Who's your quarterback?
It's Aaron Rodgers wouldn't even be in the top 5.
Because
you're
of his age. You said start a team.
God.
Wouldn't even be in the
I
top
picked
5.
Josh Rosen. Younger. He's going to be better.
Can I tell you why?
I didn't say for 20 fucking years. I said we're hypothetically saying that.
Okay,
for one season?
No,
Tom Brady.
I'm even going to go even further. If we were saying hypothetically he would have to start for 3 years, I still wouldn't pick Rodgers because he just can't do it for that long. He can't stay healthy anymore. He's only played a full season.
You do realize what knocked him out his last 2 times, right?
But I want you to
realize they changed the
that
rules.
He's broken both fucking sides of his collarbone.
You do realize they changed the rules of the NFL because people landed their full body weight on his shoulder.
Oh wait, you mean like Brady and all of his fucking rules that he's
Brady's the smartest quarterback of all time. That's why I think Brady's the greatest.
Yeah.
It's because he ducks the shit out of all those hits.
I agree with you.
He doesn't take the hit. He's smart.
Oh
enough.
really? Because didn't he miss an entire season because the Chiefs broke his fucking leg?
Hey,
there we go. Yeah.
One time.
Did he duck that fucking hit? I don't think so.
Right, but you're talking about the one time in 20 years.
He took it real fucking hard.
No, he tucked.
But here's my thing.
Raiders suck.
Aaron Rodgers is injury prone. Out of his entire career, he's played 3 full seasons. His entire career, 3 seasons.
How about we can all agree that Peyton Manning is not the best of all time?
Duh. But he likes Papa John's and Budweiser.
Jeremy, Stephanie got you.
Well, no, she's not. She's not.
No, she says touchdowns 55, 539.
Yeah, 539. He's got got the most yards.
She says Peyton Manning.
He's got the most yards overall. The most touchdowns overall. He does not have the yardage record anymore. That was broken. That's gone.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, visually seeing, I think Peyton. That's what I'm saying. Is you're putting Drew Brees in the top 5 of all time?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't have Drew Brees in my top 5 of all time.
How do you not? How can you not?
Because I remember Peyton Manning and I remember Brett Favre.
Okay.
Right.
And I still.
Peyton
Brett Favre
Manning
one Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
Joe Montana and John Elway still need to be considered in that mix as well.
Yeah, I fully agree. They should be in the top 5.
Just for both of you.
Yes.
Here you go.
Justine, that is hammered into right.
Okay, it's a little off topic, but thank you.
Down home run.
That's a nice belly bomb right there.
Bellinger.
Yeah,
to
but the
put
volume's
the
not there.
Dodgers on top.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Bellinger connects for the first time this postseason.
I still don't think he should have been the MVP.
Blast, and the Dodgers lead by 1.
Did you see what Puig did? Did you see the
Why
Puig-
don't you
the
put it a
Puig
little
tweet?
bit louder this time?
1-1. Into left center field. This ball is in the gap
And
and
he did this.
over the wall for a 3-run home run. Yasiel Puig has just made it 5-1 here in the 6th.
Let me find you Puig's Twitter where he sat there and talked to Bellinger and told him, hey, how come you only got 1 hit and I got 3 hits and I don't get an MVP?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And
it's
I bet
true.
you, and his car didn't.
It's true. Bellinger didn't do anything except for the last 2 games.
And his house didn't get broken into this week? What the hell?
His house didn't get broken into this
He
week.
probably has to hire somebody now just like to hang out there. He probably has like a 24-hour guard. There's some old guy with.
It's an Encino. It's not that bad. I mean, it's lame.
No,
but
it's. I used to live in the valley, so I know where.
My other job is in Encino.
So it's a nice neighborhood, so people know to go there, and it's next to not so nice neighborhood, so people go there to rob people. So that's usually how that works.
Go Puig.
But yeah, no. So what the fuck? With the greatest quarterback of all time? I can't believe we're
Tom
still
Brady.
talking about this.
Drew's in the conversation, but it's Tom Brady.
Yeah, Drew's in the conversation. You have to at least put him in the conversation. I'm not saying he is the best
We're
of
not
all
saying,
time.
oh yeah, he's going to be top 3. And no, he's
Yeah,
probably
I'm
number
just
5.
saying, put him in the fucking conversation.
You can't.
You have to. If you don't, you're insane.
If he's Dirk Nowitzki, he's not even close.
All right, Steph. Troy Aikman is out of the loop. No.
Well, even
I
so,
won't even
Dirk
consider.
is top 5 power forwards ever.
Unitas,
And that's
yes.
kind of the same type.
All I'm
agree with
saying is by
Unitas.
position. I'm not of all time. If of every NFL player that's ever fucking
It's
existed,
LT, no doubt.
I would put Emmitt Smith in there. I'd have to put Emmitt Smith in there.
You said
One of the
quarterback.
Best, yeah, but I'm just saying top 5 players of all time. If we're going players, there's a lot of people I would leave out of the conversation, including Drew Brees.
Yeah.
If we're just going players,
Tom would be there.
Johnny Unitas would have to be in there. I would have to put Unitas in there.
Jerry Rice would probably
Jerry
take number 1.
Rice.
Duh.
Because no one else is even going to touch his record. No one's going to get a breath
Jerry
of it.
Rice and Lawrence Taylor are the 1-2.
Yeah, Emmitt Smith has to be in there.
Emmitt Smith is not in there.
How is he not in there?
Are you on crack?
No, he's fucking right. You guys are high.
Emmitt Smith is the Don Sutton of running backs.
Marcus Allen.
Emmitt Smith has the all-time yardage record.
Because he played a very long time, just like Don Sutton's in the fucking Hall of
Barry
Fame.
Sanders
Wow.
is way better than
Barry
Emmitt
Sanders
Smith.
was better than Emmitt Smith his entire career.
No, I fully agree with you. Barry
Because he
Sanders
didn't
was a
play
much better all-around running back.
Because he didn't play 5 more years.
Because he went and retired early.
Right.
Yeah.
So
He shouldn't have.
It doesn't mean that Emmitt Smith is a better is a better player. It's longevity. It's the whole longevity thing.
No, you know what? You've proved my point. You're absolutely right. Emmitt Smith is considered by many to be the better running back all time in the NFL. You know why?
And hell,
Because
the
he was
ball
on a team
dancer.
where he won a bunch of fucking rings, and he has an all-time yardage record. Just like who? Tom fucking Brady.
But Tom Brady.
He was on a team where he got to win a bunch of fucking rings,
Did they win because of
and he has absolutely no statistical record.
was
Not
Emmitt-
one
was-
statistical record.
Was Emmitt Smith the best player on his team?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, outside of
Oh
Michael
my
Irvin.
God.
Outside of Michael Irvin.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The
See, there's
Troy
Michael
Aikman.
Irvin.
It was
Aikman
Michael
can
Irvin and
suck
Emmitt
it.
Smith.
The
Yeah.
team was very equally balanced.
No, it was not.
What?
Oh
There
my
were
God.
three
You know what?
players on that team.
Hold on. Let me finish this
There
one.
were
'cause
three
now,
fucking players
now
on that
you
team.
just got me on a tangent. The
Oh my
time they
God.
went to the freaking Super Bowl, because Aikman was freaking injured, so Burline was a quarterback and got their asses to the Super Bowl, and then
Are you
Aikman
confusing
came in
that
and-
with the New York Giants? The
Steve
Troy Aikman-
Burline played for
Troy Aikman played the Super Bowl every single time.
No. Yeah, he did, but he was injured most of the season. So
We're talking
Steve
about the playoffs,
Burline-
the playoff lead up
yeah,
to the
Steve
Super Bowl.
Burline filled in for Aikman on the freaking Cowboys.
And Burline was a serviceable NFL quarterback for
Yes.
10 years after that. So
No,
what's
he
your-
wasn't.
What's your, he,
The new Nick Folds.
he played-
was Nick Foles. There you
yes,
go.
he was.
He
and
was.
and you know what? He started for Carolina for a number of years after that. So
But
again,
Aikman
he was
got
a
the
starting.
glory for that one, but it
That-
was
that doesn't
Burline
prove
that
your
got
point.
them to the point.
It's just
I have
it's
a point.
this is more of an agree to disagree kind of situation because you have your
Go fuck
opinion.
yourself.
No, you have your opinion, which is totally
does
fine.
every night.
But you have your opinion, which is totally fucking fine. Like you, I think, I mean, in my opinion, you have a skewed version of your all-time quarterbacks. You really do.
I think Drew Brees needs to win 2 more championships.
And he probably will.
Get through the Patriots.
What's saying that? I mean, your
think
fan.
And he
Maybe
probably will.
maybe
No,
not.
it's not even my fandom. It's that he's got the O-line now. He's got the running game that
But
he's
he has
been
the
missing his
defense.
whole fucking career.
Yeah, that last year.
He's never gonna have a fucking defense. Let's just forget the fucking defense. Let's just totally X that out of the conversation. That's never gonna fucking happen. And the Patriots have no fucking defense this year at all.
Marino
either.
has no rings. That argument invalid.
Yeah, would he win one Super Bowl?
None.
Yeah.
He didn't even win that. I thought he won one.
No, he made it in his rookie year to the Super Bowl.
Oh, with the rook. Oh, what was it? The rookie
He was
with
so
him
bad.
and
He was
Elway,
in
right?
Adam Sandler's Little Nicky, begging the devil for a ring.
No, he played.
No, he was in
true.
Ace Ventura. Get it right.
He played against.
Damn
No,
it.
he was in
He
both.
played against Montana. So
He played against Montana. I mean, yeah, he had. You're right. He had one 5,000-yard season. Brees has 5.
But I think we're confusing. Again, different era. You mentioned Johnny Unitas earlier. I don't know Johnny Unitas' stats, but I know there sure as shit aren't anywhere close.
Oh God, no.
Right, anywhere close. So, but I can acknowledge that. Yes, you need to do it. You need to acknowledge him because of the era. There was nobody better. Joe Montana. There was nobody better during his era.
No, there was Dan Marino.
There was no.
Dan Marino was a better quarterback in that era. And to be fair, the 49ers didn't even trust Montana
to win games or to get to advance.
He split half his career with Steve Young.
He didn't split anything.
No, and Steve Young came.
Want to fucking bet?
Hold on, and Steve Young came from the USFL.
I'm sorry, they had
Yes,
a
he
player.
did.
They had a player on it. So that's like saying that Brett Favre split.
So
his
you're
time.
right. For the first 4 to 5 years of Montana's career, he got to do it by himself. After that,
Yes.
him and Steve Young went back and forth for the
why do
rest
you
of
think
his
he
fucking
went to the
career.
They never split time when they were on the team
That is
together.
true.
Yes, they did.
No,
They
they
never
didn't.
split time.
No,
Are
they
you
didn't.
fucking high?
And that's what happened.
No.
He got hurt one time,
And then
that's when
Young
he got some
came
play.
in.
And that's what they. And that's what it is when they. It's Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre all over again. That's what you don't remember. I'm a little bit older than you, so I'm a little clearer on this one. Aaron Rodgers was sitting on the bench for years before Brett, and then they finally realized
For 2 years.
we got to play this guy, even though we have what we think is the greatest quarterback of all time on our team. And that's the same thing that happened to the 49ers. Is that Joe Montana was winning, but they're like, fuck, Steve Young's great too. What are we supposed to do? Well, you know what? He got hurt one season. Steve Young played some games. Oh, they're like, fuck, he is good. Oh man, we're lucky.
Not only did he play games, but he won multiple games for the 49ers between 87 and 90 before he took over as a full-time starter.
Okay.
So did Berline.
And he had more than 1,500 yards every single season between 87 and 90, which means he had significant playing time. He split time with Montana.
Is that split or is it injury?
That's split. He wasn't injured.
Are you sure Montana was not injured during that time?
He was not injured.
Scotty,
When he first came in, Montana was injured. I will agree with you on that. After that, they started switching them out.
Like you're talking about like a
Once again, Mormons versus Catholics all over again. Go with them.
I'm just saying.
Well, at least you guys will all be against me if we talked about the basketball greatest of all time, because it's.
I don't even want to go down that road. I
Don't.
don't even want
If
to go
you
down
take
that
Kobe,
road
you
right
can
now.
get the fuck out of the
Because
studio.
honestly, we're all still friends at this point. Like, if we start going to
Well,
like
we did
baseball
sign a
and
contract
basketball,
that we'd all be
then we might just have to blow the studio up and just call it a wash.
If he just says Kobe's the greatest of all time,
No,
he can shut the fuck
Kareem.
up.
That's actually not a bad play. That's not that's not a bad call though.
It's not a horrible. He was the most. Honestly, Jordan just was with his 6-0, just and his
You know
dominance.
what?
Jordan needed Pippen.
Let's move off. Let's move off of basketball for a second.
Chucked it.
Let's move off
Kobe.
basketball for a second. James Jordan, who's better? Done.
For me?
Done. I just want to
Jordan.
get off of football, go to basketball.
Saying
It's
LeBron
a
or
whole
Michael?
different decade.
LeBron or Michael?
Years
LeBron.
apart.
LeBron.
What do you think?
For one reason.
LeBron.
Unanimous MVP
LeBron.
on one team. 73-9. Best team ever.
Right.
They have a 3-1 lead against an
I can't
average
hear.
Cavs team.
Wait, B needs to talk, and I can't hear.
And
him.
they rolled them.
Right.
You'll never see that again.
Right.
What'd you say, B?
MVP.
I got a hit today.
When?
Today. First at bat, I got a hit.
I have 3.
They were lucky though.
You too, eh? My boy, the MVP, Bollinger.
Yeah, that's awesome because he said they're lucky though. You know why? Because Jeffers, the guy who hit the home run off of in the beginning of the series, called all the Dodgers hits against him lucky. That's fantastic.
Here's my thing. So I tend to agree with both of you guys. LeBron. I think LeBron, but people still talk about Michael for.
But I think LeBron's because longevity.
I agree. Well, he also hasn't fucking retired in the middle of his career and come back.
He came back and played
now,
for the
here's my
White
thing.
Sox.
I
He's
think
better in part 15 than he was in year.
But
1 through 14. Like,
think the reason people keep bringing up Michael is because he
6
leaves
for
in his
6.
prime.
6 for 6.
But yeah, but he goes 3 championships, retires.
The baddest man on the court.
Leaves for 2 years, comes back, wins 3 more. Not even a fucking question on is he going to be the best player in the league at that time.
I think if he doesn't leave, Hakeem beats him once at least.
Yeah, true.
No way the Rockets lose against the Bulls.
Yeah.
Even Phil was like, no, we would have no way to stop
Fair enough.
Hakeem.
Fair enough.
But
I wanted to see that matchup so bad.
I really would have liked to see
If we're
it.
going to talk about like 80s football or whatever, then there's like a team there. And then a 90s because the longer we get, it's the players are different. There's
Actually, if we want to go for this from like 99 to 2014,
yeah,
it was Peyton Manning. Like any team he was on, regardless of if they won a Super Bowl, he went like 12-4, 13-3 every fucking year.
At least the second round of the playoffs.
At least the second round of the playoffs every goddamn
Tom Brady.
But
he also didn't have a 30th, 31st, or 32nd ranked defense. He had a good defense.
Not in Indianapolis, he didn't.
He had a decent defense.
He had no defense in Indianapolis.
He had better than 30th, 31st, or 32nd.
There was no.
He wasn't a bottom 3. He was
right, but you're comparing.
He was 20th to 25th.
You're comparing.
No,
to New Orleans.
No.
Because Brees has had such bad defenses. You're comparing the. I mean, like I say, he never had a top 10 defense. Peyton Manning.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he
2015.
Did. Yes, he did.
They're saying
for who?
For the Broncos.
We're talking about the Indian when he was with the Colts. We said.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying 99 to 2014. That's where we're at.
He handed the ball off.
That's where we're at.
You know.
But he also had the two wide receivers. Yeah, he had those two wide receivers, Reggie Wayne and
Marvin
Harrison. Thank you very much.
Who made who great?
He had Joseph Adai.
Who made who great?
That's a good question. Because
this can go on for another hour.
Because I want to know
not Harrison, but the other one.
One of them actually did something.
Reggie Wayne actually did really good after Peyton left.
He with somebody with
Andrew Luck.
With Andrew Luck.
He was still doing pretty good with Andrew Luck.
Attention. How is Luck doing? Did he shave his
overrated as fuck?
Does he still have his like Neanderthal beard?
Probably.
He's still overrated.
Magic
as fuck.
is not the best of all time.
We're not talking about Magic.
Side note, does it weird you out? I have to know, Jeremy. Does it weird you out that people talk about fucking Andrew Luck like he's the second coming of Christ?
He's not.
It's been several years since that's happened.
Yeah, because of his injuries.
It was literally the beginning of this season. They talked about him like his talent is undeniable. He's gonna save this team, and I'm like,
I've heard more of that.
This has been happening every season since he's been drafted.
Hold on, they have two.
Do you remember what they were saying about Marinovich? Yeah,
but since he's been Pete Marinovich, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hold on.
They were saying
Ryan Leaf.
Where's my mute button? Where's my
Ryan Leaf?
My mute button?
Who, by the way, is an announcer. He's an announcer.
For who?
Oh, actually, he's actually a commentator. He was actually on the Herd like the other week.
He's actually very. Now that he is like.
Now that he's
sober
off
now.
the crank.
He's sober now.
Yeah.
And actually knows, he admits what he did and like goes. And,
Are we sure he doesn't like show up for half the recordings and then plays golf the other half?
Yeah. So.
Dude, that's a bust.
Dude,
that was a bust.
That was a great bust.
Poor Chargers.
You know who else was a good bust? RG3.
No, but RG3 had an amazing season.
He had one amazing season. But he was still a bust.
He still lost a playoff game.
Jamarcus Russell was the worst.
Oh man!
Jamarcus Russell was the biggest bust in NFL history.
It is.
NBA, it's Greg Oden, no doubt.
Do you know how many plays
That's
they
a
had to
good
cut
one.
out of the playbook for the Raiders for him to be able to run the offense?
He literally didn't want to practice, didn't want to do anything. All he wanted to do was just come in and
drafted who?
It wasn't even that. They actually measured it. He was so dumb, he couldn't learn more than 60 plays. They had to cut it down to 60 plays for him to be able to run the offense.
I mean, shit.
It was a lot for him.
That sounds like a lot to me. Shit.
Most of the quarterbacks memorized like over 200.
Did you ever see Hard Knocks with the one with the Rams? You ever see him talking to Jared Goff and he doesn't know where the sun rises?
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like I can't imagine him being that smart. You know.
But somehow he is.
Just said she does not know.
Side note: statistically, Jared Goff is the only young quarterback in the league right now that has a chance to catch up and/or surpass all of the statistical records.
Him or Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Again, if they stay with their quarterbacks and their running backs,
if they stay with their offenses, they stay with their core. Yeah, everything has to play out the same way it did for Manning, Brady, and Breeze. Absolutely, they have to. Those three have a very special scenario. Yeah. Where they had the same coach, the same offense, the same team, and they get to just run that down.
Coach. He had
Peyton had a couple. He had a couple, but they all ran the same offense for him, basically. Yeah. They were just like, oh,
yeah,
we get it. They're like, we get it. Like, we're the new coach. We're going to go ahead and deal with the defense. You just do what you do.
He did. When he went to Denver, he basically took over and said, tell the offense, we're having a meeting. You know, it's this morning, and he ran the meeting. You know.
Side note, by the way, just talking about like Denver and all that stuff. Can someone fucking fire Elway as the GM?
Isn't he part owner too? I mean,
I don't know, but he's fucking terrible.
I got the nod. I got the nod
well,
back
you know
there.
what?
He's not going anywhere.
John Elway Toyota in Ontario.
And Dodge in Claremont, by the way.
Yeah, he can sell all the cars he wants.
He can sell all the cars he wants.
hold on.
But I love his interview though. He's like, "Oh, the Broncos 3-2 start is 2-3 start is disappointing."
Hold on.
Is it the fuck disappointing?
Hold on. If you're gonna buy a car, would you buy it knowingly by giving in your money to somebody who's you already know is super rich?
Can I be dead ass? I would rather buy from Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Right.
Did you actually say dead
At
ass?
least you're like, hey, I got a cassette deck in this, but at least I know it's going to be good.
Like I don't want, Steph, where are you going? We only got
All
like
right,
5 more
y'all have a
minutes.
good night. I'm
hell?
routing for the commercials.
Sure, I'm rooting for the commercials. I think that means
Rooting for the commercials.
Suck it.
I know. So it was a pleasure, Steph. We appreciate
Yeah.
your input tonight, even though you have horrible
And that was also kind of a
Taste the
shitty
fans.
thing to say. Kind of not a nice person.
Yeah.
Gonna go with that.
Yeah,
She
it's
still
okay.
owes me a
She's
nice
just-
vape.
she's just
She's
shit
gonna send me
talking.
a nice vape mod.
Great.
Now you have it.
Yeah, but either way, I would. You know what? I would.
Whoa.
Fuck off. I would actually rather buy cars from Aaron Hernandez's dead body.
I'm saying Clippers by 9 at the end of the third.
Oh shit!
With a nice little
Clippers
love letter
winning.
to his gay
Clippers
lover.
winning.
They're gonna hang a banner.
I'm watching the game right now
Of course you are.
Of course you are, motherfucker.
Yeah. That's right. You can't have
because I could have been there tonight with seats on the 9th row, but I came here because
Oh.
I told you I would have ran the show
The
for you.
Bengals are coming back. It's 38-10 at the beginning of the fourth quarter,
Ooh. Well, you know what?
and the Chiefs have the ball.
I'm going to redirect this show and do another
I thought we were
going to
do another half hour. I thought that's what we're going to do since
Actually,
we
we're
started
pretty
like
much
Bernard.
done. We have 8 minutes left.
We have 3 minutes left.
We have
only go,
3
we
minutes
only go
left.
to the 5s. So we need to wind it down, bring it back home,
Are we?
and
I'm gonna shake everybody's hand because we argued, but
I'll give you a hug afterwards.
okay, fair.
I'll hug you.
Just touch my boob.
Final thoughts: LeBron and Brady are the best of all time.
Let's talk about Tuesday. Let's talk about what kind of juju we need to who Sal moments. What should we burn incense? What do we need to do to get the Dodgers over the hump? Because
You cannot eat asparagus.
You know what?
No,
You know
done.
what?
I'm done for. There's no more tilapia or asparagus for me. Just for the record.
I'm gonna say something I never thought I would
Hold
say. The Dodgers have not won since '88. They deserve it.
They do.
I will
There you
bring a
go.
bottle of Proper 12 to your house for the
Oh no,
Dodger
Red Sox
game.
haven't won since 2013. That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
You guys have like two or three? Yeah,
They've won
three.
three since 2004.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're okay. They're okay.
I think they're okay.
They're fine.
You can survive another 110 years. It's okay.
We need Pedroia off on his last thing. He's not even on the rosters. He's just kind of chilling.
Listen. The Red
Listen,
Sox
that-
fans need to chill out. Go have some mofongo. Like, fucking relax. Let the Dodgers have a taco party for a minute. It's
That's
been
right.
30
God.
years.
There were so many fireworks in my neighborhood last night after the Dodgers
Seriously,
won.
I believe it.
Oh my God, I can't imagine if they win. If they win this city, you have
It's
to
gonna go
check
insane.
in on me. You literally, I work downtown, and I live in Whittier.
Right.
You will have to check in on me.
Oh,
'cause,
you're
like, my
done.
safety is going to be
Well, because we also know this, that any team who wins the World Series, the next team has to one-up that city after they won. And LA
30 years of
will fucking win.
of cholos, just with that mad savage. I need my Dodgers, man, my Dodgers.
My Dodgers, los Dodgers. It's going to be the fucking purge in LA. If the Dodgers win, it will be the purge. People will just go, fuck it, we can all die. And they're just going to be automatic weapons. Skid Row's going to explode for no reason.
Yeah.
And I work in Gardena, so that's going to be extra fun.
That's going to be really fun.
Yeah. So, well,
Sox and 6.
Wait. B told me I can actually do this at the very end. So next Sunday,
didn't say
WWE.
shit.
Yeah, I know,
was the
but I
Ronda
just sold it
Rousey?
out. Yeah, that's a hot mess. WWE is doing their first all-female
we don't
pay-per-view.
give a shit. Okay, so we want to thank everyone for listening.
Sorry.
Appreciate everyone for listening. Everyone who was checking in with us on YouTube, appreciate that.
Sox and 6.
And we shut the fuck up. You're never coming back.
I can do the
and-
band. I can do the show, the
and-
band show promo, right?
Can you not talk about this while we're talking on the air? Is that possible?
I'm doing it.
You've been in radio before, correct? Good Lord.
Never.
Good fucking Lord. Can we edit this out, please? Good Lord. And she's breaking equipment. Now I know why Dutchie kicked her out. God bless everyone.
Fucking just say that to me.
Yes.
I didn't break any equipment. I just threw my
What?
headphones
What? The microphone just fell on the ground.
in.
Wasn't?
Microphone's right here.
Yeah. Alina,
That's Scott.
you just kicked it on the goddamn floor.
You just. Oh.
Oh my God. You are oblivious.
Are we still on?
Please, I hope not.
I like pie.
Yeah, we still are. It's
all
pretty
I
good.
know.
It's still a live stream. Everything.
All right, 5's too many, B. We're voting one of you off the island.
Are we already done?
We're done.
I think we are. Take us out, Pete.
Please. Oh my God. I